Let's go. Over that green light, the big game of the day, and we are on. Hey guys, how you going? Sit down, BKR Sport. We're here, rocking and rolling for a massive game between the Cronulla Sharks taking on the Penrith Panthers here in Indigenous round. If you guys didn't know, this is the round we get to celebrate Indigenous round. So, fantastic time so far. Obviously, the Roosters did get a big win against the Raiders in the last game. We saw last night a really close game between Manly and Melbourne. It was a relatively close game between the Cowboys and Tigers. And then you also had the blowout of the Bulldogs-Dragons, which was an awful game. But Bulldogs got the win there. But now, today, this game could be close and should be really, really close. A couple of players out from the Panthers, but probably a game the Sharkies probably could lose and should lose, but I do probably still tip them, especially when they are at home. But there's 15 minutes to go until the game does kick off here, guys, so plenty of time to smack that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. So, the Cronulla Sharkies from the Darawal and Guyagal people, they are in first position, and they're $1.59 favourites for this one today. The Penrith Panthers, representing the Daro people, they are third position and $2.31 underdogs. You don't usually see the Panthers come into too many games as underdogs. Well, here's the reason why. The Sharkies have no ins and no outs in this game. Will Kennedy is the fullback, with the wingers being Sione Katoa and Ronaldo Mortalo. Centers Jesse Ramian and Kyle Eros. So you're going to have to see Jesse Ramian really turn it up here today to try and get himself a New South Wales spot that will be selected on Sunday night/Monday morning. You got the halves. Daniel Atkinson is the 5'8", with Nicho Hynes playing as the halfback. You would safely assume he will get selected for New South Wales on Monday. Thomas Hadelson and Oren Gafusi are the front rowers, with Blake Brayley as the hooker. You go to the back row, Britton Nakora and Teague Wilton, with the 13 being Cameron McInnes, who is also the captain. You go to the interchange, Jack Williams, Sia Sivatalakai, Royce Hunt and Tukuhau Tupuha, with the 18th minute replacement being Maweni Hiroti. This Sharks team, they should win. There's no excuses. I know that Braden Trindle is not playing in this game, but Daniel Atkinson has done a complete and utter great job the last couple of weeks. Obviously, they beat the Roosters last week, and they beat the Storm the week before that, and that was with Atkinson there in the 6th. So he's doing a great job there. So I don't think they're actually missing too much out, and I don't know what they do with Trindle if he can get back into the team despite what's going on off the field. But overall, the Sharks team, Thomas Hadelton, GOAT, they've got plenty of talent here to win this game. So let's see if they can do it at Sharky Park, which is not the most dangerous of away games to travel to. Just want to throw that out there. The Sharks are not necessarily known for an awesome record at Sharky Park, especially not in finals. But Panthers here, they've got Dane Laurie, Jesse McLean, and Liam Henry being in, with the outs being Luke Garner, Maverick Guy, and Tyrone Peachy. The fullback is Dylan Edwards, with the wingers being Sonia Toruva and Brian To'o, centers of Isaac Tongo and Paul Alamotti. Go to the 5'8", Jack Cole, with the halfback being Jerome Luai. Go to the front row forwards of Moses Leota and James Fisher-Harris, with the number 9 being Mitch Kenny. Back row, Scott Sorensen and Liam Martin, with the 13 being Isaiah Yeo, who is captain. Interchange-wise, Dane Laurie, Lindsay Smith, Liam Henry, and Matthew Eisenhuth, with the 18th man replacement being Jesse McLean. So the Panthers here, obviously missing out on Nathan Cleary. That is a huge out there, which pushes Luai to 7. Tigers, you're going to get another good look at him there. They are coming off the back of that Warriors loss last week, with a reserve-grade Warriors team out there. So you'd expect the Panthers to turn up a bit more here today. They aren't going to underestimate the Sharkies, especially not at Cronulla. Magic round, they might have been just completely off their game. I feel like they'll be up for it, but I do have the Sharks winning this game at home. But I do also say this to you. This is a pure Sharkies game to lose. Like, this is, when I look at the Sharks, I think they're expected to win this. They're at Sharky Park. It's a Saturday night, which has always been known as their kind of hoodoo spot, where they usually do win, to be fair. But I just feel like when everything's going for them, there's just something that gets thrown their way and they lose this game kind of deal. So I think it'll be 1-12. I think it could be 1-2 points to Sharks, but I would not be surprised if the Panthers do get over the top of them despite their outs in this game. Now, before we do get to the chat and see what you guys are saying, let's have a look at the ladder here. So obviously the Sharkies, if they win this game, they would go into first position. They are first position. There'd be 4 points clear of the Storm, and there'd be 6 points clear of the Panthers. So they would be gee whiz in front. Because you'd argue, with the points differential, if the Sharks would win this game, they're plus 124. The Storm are 18 with plus 75, and the Panthers are 16 with plus 70. So if the Panthers were to lose this game, let's go by 6 points. The Sharks are plus 130. The Panthers would be plus 64. Storm are plus 75. And yet the Sharks would be 4 points out of the Storm. So they're kind of 3 wins in front. So they'd be really making a good old solid move for that Origin. Move for that minor premiership already, but then Origin might impact them with the loss of Nicho Hynes. But then you've got the Storm who have lost guys like Aaron Munster. They're going to lose guys like Harry Grant and all these kind of Xavier Coates and all these kind of caliber players. So, I don't know. If the Sharks win this game, it's a huge stepping stone. A massive stepping stone towards that minor premiership. Based off of the fact that they are flying right now. If they were to lose this game, they cannot go below first. The Storm obviously lost last night to Manly, which means that the Sharkies, no matter what, will end this round in first position regardless. But if the Panthers, they win this game, they would have to win by more than 5 points to go above the Storm. So right now the Panthers are on 16 points, Storm are on 18 points, Panthers have a plus 70, Storm have a plus 75. So if the Panthers were to win by 6 points, they would be above the Storm this week in second position. If they win by 5 points, unlikely scoreline, the Storm would be above them still based on the fact that the Storm have scored more points in 280 than the Panthers in 226. If the Panthers were to lose this game, the Dolphins, if they were to beat the Warriors tomorrow, the Panthers would go to 4th. The Broncos play the Gold Coast tomorrow, an injury to play the damn well Gold Coast team. They've got a plus 59, so the Panthers would more than likely, they would only have to lose, the Broncos would have to win by 11 off this scoreline here, but if they lost by 6, say the Panthers, or 2, say the Panthers, that's plus 68, so the Broncos would only have to win by 10 points to go above them, so the Panthers would go to 5th then. Knights already played, Raiders already played. So the lowest the Panthers can go is 5th, but it is actually a relatively likely standing point that the Panthers finish the week out of the top 4 if they are to lose this game. It's actually quite likely because I think the Dolphins are favourites tomorrow. Are the Dolphins favourites tomorrow against the Warriors? I know the Broncos will be favourites against us. We've got 9 of our starting 13 out. So the Dolphins are favourites, all 67, and I think they've been playing some pretty good footy. I think the Dolphins have been playing some pretty good footy. So yeah, I do think the Sharks still win this game, but I think the Panthers, if they lose, they could definitely be seeing themselves, drop to 5th place by the end of the weekend. But alright, guys, there we go. That is the little analysis there. We've got 8 minutes to go until kickoff. Like, subscribe, bing bang, boom bang, ding dong ding. Slap it down. Don't know what happened there, but it happened, and let's get to the chat. Ballsack says, "Isn't it crazy how Bulldogs are currently 3rd in defence?" It is wild, bro. That is absolutely wild. I won't lie to you there, man. I'm definitely surprised by that one. You go and have a look at the defensive. Like Bulldogs are 191 points given up. The only teams that are better than them are the Panthers with a 156 against them, the Sharks with a 158 against them. And then you have the 197 of the Dolphins. So they are 3rd best in defence. Obviously, Dolphins will probably get some points to the wires tomorrow, so they're probably going to be clearly. They've actually got a 14-point differential defensively over the top of the Melbourne Storm in second position, which is crazy. They are granted about 30 to 40 odd above the Sharkies. But the Sharkies, if say the Sharks were to concede 40 points today and they concede 40 to the Panthers, the Bulldogs would actually have the 2nd best defence in the comp. And the Panthers are on 156, so if they were to concede 40 to the Sharks today, then the Bulldogs could still go to 2nd in the comp today. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. It is pretty crazy, but your attack is weak. Like, your attack isn't great. Your attack's still better than the Knights, that's for sure. Your attack's actually better than the Panthers, but then again, the Panthers have played 1 less game than you. But yeah, it just shows Bulldogs are a very up and down team. They're kind of building, they're kind of there, but they're not great, but they're not bad kind of deal. That's why they're down there in 10th position. Ben says Dolphins will be the faves. It's not necessarily, it's not that much off it. The Warriors, they're coming off a win against the Panthers, and it's in New Zealand, so I definitely wouldn't have been easily assuming that they were the favourites, but they are the favourites. Christian gets up the Sharkies. Remember, you've been saying for years 2024 will be the year the Doggies make the 8. Looks like that is a good chance, even though you didn't pick it this year. That's a great point, actually, that you make, Christian. I have been saying for a very long time that 2024 would be kind of the year... Hold on, Dane. She said, "Dog, thanks for selling me out." Mate, you don't miss, mate. It does not miss. So I put up the message on... I put up the message that Dane sent me from the last game, how the Roosters fans are all saying, he does not miss, literally copying what I say about Tanner Boyd. They need to get their own slogans, bro. Like, they've got to get their own thing, but they don't. They just take mine. And I put up the screenshot of Dane's message on my story, so he just messaged me saying, "I'm a dog." I'm a dog. I reckon Haynes probably said something. Probably. But yeah, I had said for years that I thought the Doggies would make the 8 this year, and then just this year I didn't think it was possible. I still don't think it happens this year. I'll be honest with you, I don't think it happens. But they've made some good inroads. They have. Hi all again. Classic line from my dad home from hospital. Panthers, screw the Panthers. They've won enough in a thick Hungarian accent. Yeah, well, Panthers have won enough. They have. Let's give it to somebody else. But when I talk about somebody else, I mean not Storm, not the Roosters. Who else would be there? I think that's really it. The only three teams that I wouldn't really like to see win, like I wouldn't like to see the Broncos win, but I'd probably, if the Broncos played the Panthers in the grand final this year, I wouldn't go down. I wouldn't go down and watch it. I wouldn't care. I just couldn't. I didn't want to support the Panthers again, and I couldn't see myself support the Bronx ever. So, yeah, I wouldn't be able to. Like, I just stream it. I would legitimately just stream that game. There would be absolutely zero need to vlog that one. To be completely honest with you, who would you guys go for? To be fair, like if the Panthers played the Storm, would you guys give a shit? Like, would you guys care? You already had the time of your life down there last year. Yeah, but I like to get to every grand final because it's obviously like the culmination of the entirety of the season. You know, it's the ending. It brings everything together. Woohoo, yippee. It's a great time to be alive. That's why I like to get down there, even though I can stream. That's why Magic Round's great because it's like everyone's coming together, right? So it's not about the actual game. I go to every game of the Titans anyway. But Magic Round's great because everyone comes together. The NRL Grand Final is like a culmination of all the hard work and effort that we've all put into the season. As in, like, me with my content, myself with my content, you know, guys like Clarky and Guru and Kempy and who else? You know, all the other content creators in general. Like, you know, we all put a lot of work and effort into building an audience and an atmosphere around the game. So by going to that Grand Final, it's just like the bang, there we go. It all finishes up. Christian Getson, for me, I just want Broncos or Sharkies to win it this year. Broncos, Christian. You're a Rabbitohs fan. Why do you want the... Also, that's random. Sharkies, yes, because my mum. But, like, Broncos, why as a Rabbitohs fan? Kevin Lee says, who would you like to see in the grand final this year? Titans, that would be one. No, I think that for a win-win for me, like, if Sharks are in, then I'd go for the Sharks 100%. So I'll remove the Sharks. I'll say Sharks versus Warriors, right? It's not going to happen. That's who I would want to see. But I would still go for the Sharks. If the Warriors were in it without the Sharks there, I'd go for the Wars. Who else would you go? Like, you go and have a look at realistic teams. I couldn't see myself going for the Dolphins or the Broncos. Sharkies love. Knights fans piss me off, but I'd still support the Knights. Raiders won't do it. Manly, I'd get around for Dad, even though Cherry Evans is a muppet. I've already done the Roosters for a grand final. I've supported the Roosters in the 2018 grand final vlog. I supported the Panthers last year. I don't think I've done the Storm in a grand final vlog before. I've done the Eels in a grand final vlog. They lost. Bulldogs would be cool. I don't know. There's 0% chance, but like it'd be cool. I couldn't do the Roosters again. Cowboys, I wouldn't mind the Cows. The Titans have no rivalry with the Cowboys. Like, literally zero. Literally zero of a rivalry. What are you going to go around? Cowboys and Titans, there's no real care factor from either side besides, you know, some obsessed individuals. Kevin said, that's right, who would you like to see? So, in a perfect world, Sharkies was happy for either, but I'd also have FOMO of missing out on the winner. You know, I want to be in the Warriors section when the Warriors win. I want to be in the section for my mum when the Sharkies win. Right? So maybe not. It's like Titans Sharks would kill me, but obviously I'd be Titans. Ben says, I can't really see any other team besides Panthers, Sharks, Broncos, or Chooks making the granny. It would be a new one for the Sharks because the last time was 2016. The Storm definitely can still make the grand final. Also, the Broncos haven't done anything special to say that they're grand finalists yet. Christian Cass says, because I don't want to see the Roosters, Penrith, or Storm win it, and I would say Sharks, the Broncos are the next best shout. I would probably agree with that, but I also wouldn't say the Storm are necessarily that heavy right this very second. Like they're not. I wouldn't really be backing them into a highly. Really, I think that they're a better team than a lot of others, but I haven't seen enough out of them just yet. Greg Martin says, Storm hater, massive Storm hater, mate, massive Storm hater. You know, it's not my fault they're not the top 10. Yeah, it's not my fault, buddy. It's not my fault. No chance here, champion. No fault of me. No fault of me. It's not my fault. The Titans are too good, buddy. Actually, I should have updated that too, because I think the Roosters have gone up. They have not updated it yet. So the Roosters will go up to 5th above the Bronx. Yeah, they will go up to 5th above the Bronx, and Manly will actually drop out of the 8. Even though they won, they will drop out of the 8 here. Because that draw, yeah, but they will finish it. They will be a 9th, which is actually where I predicted them pre-season. I predicted the Manly Seagulls for 9th. They're currently in 9th, and that can't change this weekend. That can't change this weekend. Where did I have the Sharks pre-season, guys? Did I have them in? I had definitely had them in the top 8. Surely I had them in the top 8. What is that like? That like thing that keeps popping up. What is this? What is this like button thing that just keeps popping up there? What's the thumbs up thing? Now I know what you guys are meaning by the thumbs up. I don't know what that thumbs up thing is. What is that? I don't even know what that is. It continuously keeps coming up. I don't know what that is. I haven't. It's a part of my green screen. What? I don't know what that is. I don't know what this means. How do I change this? How do I change this so this does not happen? How do I change this? Blaze the enthusiastic streamer, mate. Enthusiastic. Yeah, I'm definitely not. That thumbs. I think it's a thumbs up. No shit, Sherlock. So the Sharkies here. So obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. The Sharkies will sell for the ball 15 minutes out. Has that been doing that the entire time? By the way, has that been doing that the entire streams since like the last stream too? Filters maybe. Color key no. It's like coming from behind my chair. I had Sharks 8th in the preseason video. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. Why? Undo, move camera, transfer. Yeah, I don't know, guys. You just got to put up with that thumbs up thing. If I do, how do I do it? Like, if I move, will it just, like, pop up again? I don't know. That was random. All right, so fit tackle now for the Sharkies, the 45. 40 seconds in here. And Hynes will kick this ball to the corner. That's out the full. Oh, close to an out the full. Close to an out the full here. Thumbs up, Digo. Get around me. Get around me. Second tackle into the 35. I reckon if I'm going to go for a scoreline prediction here, I'm going to go like Sharks. I'll go 15-14. A bit of a weird scoreline. It means that both teams will have had to get a penalty. Both teams score a couple of tries. And the Sharkies kick a field goal. But then again, yeah, because who kicks the field goal for the Panthers? Probably Luai, but have we seen him kick one before? Yeah, Jack Cole, maybe. It's Jesse B. He says, Titans on 18 competition points. Let's go, mate. Let's go, Jesse B. Let's go, mate. We're flying, mate. Flying. Will Candy now brings his ball out here to the 10. First tackle. So Nicho Hynes will go left-hand side to Jesse Ram. Yeah, this is the two best defensive sides in the competition. So don't expect a lot of points here. Don't expect a lot of points. Out the back into Montalvo to Kyle Iro. And Iro taking down 18 minutes out. Do I have any Supercoach players in this game? Let's have a look. I would have maybe Hynes. I think I have Hynes playing. Yeah, Hynes I've got Montalvo in this game. That's it. No Panthers. No Penny Panthers here. Alright, so Sharkies here off the ground, kind of. Okay, fourth tackle in the Sharks. They go right side to Sione Katoa, and they'll be taken down here at the 45 on the Roosters side. So the Panthers side of the field. Titans flying, Jesse B, don't you worry. Always. And up it goes here. Good chase. Good chase from Britton Nakora, and they'll be taken down 12 metres out of the line. Tigers fans really should be focusing heavily on these Panthers games with Nathan Cleary out, because Jerome Luai playing in that 7 is pretty much the go-to for the future. That's what the Tigers are anticipating doing. And then they have to choose between Latu Fainu or Lachlan Galvin. And Galvin's been playing well, but they're so desperate to play Fainu into the future, which means that Galvin's not going to stick around or Fainu won't stick around. They've got so many halves. So many halves, the Tigers, but just not enough to fit in. They've got what? Luai, they've got Galvin, they've got Fainu, they've got Aiden Caesar, they've got Jaden Sullivan. Oh, but they've got to knock on even the Sharkies. Sione Katoa, knock on, over here. Knock on. By Sione Katoa. Bailey, appreciate you for joining up as a member, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining up as a member. But Sione Katoa just drops his ball cold. See you later. And we Panthers ball here with the attack 20 metres out. Bailey says, I have Hynes and Edwards and didn't know who to captain. I would have captained neither of them. I would have captained neither of them in a defensive game. Don't listen to me, though. I VC did and forgot to change my captaincy off Elias Katoa. So, yes. Oha Luai goes himself. He'll be 13 metres out here from the line. First tackle. Try to go for the sneaky up the middle of the scrum. Right-hand side off to Yo. Yo here to Moses Leota. And Leota gets crunched down here. 10 metres out from the line. Second tackle. Out the back, Mitch Kenny gives it off here to Yo. Yo out to Liam Martin. And he'll be third tackle. 10 metres out. 6 again here for the Panthers. 6 again. Fisher Harris. I think he scored, has he? I think he has, yeah. Fisher Harris has scored on the post. James Fisher Harris, the future New Zealand Warrior, will score underneath the post. He's 4-0 with the get to come. And that all comes at the back. Oh, there's a bit of a biffo. Ooh, a little bit of a push and shove. A little bit of a biffo here. A little bit of a here, a bit of a there, a bit of everywhere. Hynes has been the best captain the last 2 seasons. Yes and no, Negan. Sometimes he can have an absolute shitter as well. Sometimes he can have an absolute shitter as well. Now, the pass is flat. I'm okay with the pass. But try time there for the Panthers. Fisher Harris. And, hey, listen, I put him as the thumbnail today. I put him as the thumbnail. I reckon that's the reason he scored, mate. That's the reason he scored. McInnes tried to stop him, but the power of that right arm just got over the line and put it down. Thanks for coming. So it's about 6-0 any moment now. Yeah, why? Fisher Harris is super hype right now. Super hype. So 35 to go the first half, and the Sharkies on the back foot. That all comes off the back of that knock-on drop ball from Sione Katoa. If it wasn't for that, Sharkies would have had the ball, but that knock-on really might cost them there. I cannot like James Fisher Harris. Sorry, I nearly said Jarrell Hargraves. I cannot like Fisher Harris for 20 weeks. He's a good player. It's a weird one with the... It is a very, very weird one with the Warriors, where they're losing one of the best attacking front rowers for one of the better defensive front rowers. But I do think... I don't know if Fisher Harris works as nicely as Adam Fanor-Blake does. But it'll be interesting to see how that does work out. It will be very interesting. If only AFB could be that hype for the Warriors. Well, it's very clear and obvious they don't care about the Warriors anymore. And so much so that he's been disrespecting them over this last week. But he goes to the Sharkies next year. Off to the Sharkies. Sharks get a chant up for your team. They never do it with Shark Bark anymore. They used to be good for it. Not anymore. 6 minutes gone here. Yeah, when was the last... Sharkies don't usually go... Oh, well, they would have been behind the scoreboard at one point last week with the Roosters game. I think they were down at half-time, 24-18, but they're not usually behind on the old scoreboard in 2024, definitely not. Greg Martin says, Sharkies! The only thing I heard last year in the form for chant was someone telling me to crash my plane on the way back to the Gold Coast. Some fat dude to my left, some fat bald man. Besides that, there was no Sharkies chant. No Sharkies chant. Oh, Madge is in attendance. He must be watching Jesse Ramey and Nicho Hynes here. Oh, close to a high tackle there from Britt Nakora, but they said no. Well, he wants to go home, so it could be. Adam Fanor-Blake has had compassionate grounds to leave Manly to go to the Warriors, and now he's got compassionate grounds to leave the Warriors to go to the Sharks, so... Fisher Harris is trying to milk a penalty here. He's trying to milk a penalty here. Play the ball, bro. Don't encourage this shit. Don't encourage this shit. Fisher Harris, this is a dive. Like, if it happens, it happens. If something's happened to you, whatever. Like, there's nothing wrong with this, bro. Stop it. It's a complete dive there from Fisher Harris. I'd penalise him, bro. Like, I'd penalise Fisher Harris for that. Like, that's just nonsense, man. Literally nothing. You just wasted everybody's time. That was ridiculous. Like, that was just a complete waste of time. Oh, and the Sharks have knocked the ball on there. So now it's Panthers ball at the 25. Yeah, Shark. I did say to you guys that this was the kind of game the Sharkies could lose. Alright, so Luai goes right inside to Edwards. Edwards hit us on it all, but they just look like the pressure's getting to them right now. I agree, Negan. The rules have made players milk penalties. Like, that was so obviously a milk from the start. And he just wouldn't get up, and he was just dead staring Hazelton. And Hazelton knew nothing was wrong with it. And, Panthers didn't get the reward for it, but ended up getting the reward from the knock-on, even the Sharkies. So, Zai Yo to Sorensen. They're 5 metres out of the line. Second tackle. Mitch Kenny to Luai. Luai steps. Luai goes, and Luai scores. It is 10-0 with a kick to come. 10-0 with a kick to come to the Panthers, and the Sharkies are a little bit all over the shop right now. Very all over the shop to start off this game. Very all over the shop. So Luai with Origin coming up next week, trying to put his name on the front of Matt's mind, who is also in attendance right now, and that's a good start here for the Panthers. 10-0 with a kick to come, and as Seb Watson says, the Panthers have all the intensity right now. Yeah, Negan, Luai playing against his Origin jersey back. Well, right now, who do you go? Like, Cody Walker's out, and I wouldn't have selected him anyway. Could you select Isai Katoa? Probably, technically, but I wouldn't. I would go Luai still. I would have gone Luai and Hynes. Because when Luai was looking to leave the Panthers, and there was the Tigers, the Sharkies, a few other teams being named, I said Sharks would be his best fit. It would give Nicho Hynes that 6 that he desperately needs. Atkinson's done a good job, but in this game here, the Sharks just look completely off their game. Completely off their game early doors. Mitchell's his future halfback of the year right there. Tanner Boyd's not playing in this game, Mitchell, unfortunately. No, unfortunately, he's injured right now, but he'll be back in a couple of weeks. And when he's back, mate, oh boy, then we're talking. Then we are talking. That'll be when we begin our conversations, Mitchell, yes. And Madge is watching Luai, Edwards, and Yo. He's definitely not watching Yo, because Yo will be selected regardless. Luai, yes, and Edwards, yes, but he's definitely not watching Yo, because Yo will be selected regardless. So 12-0 Panthers, 10 minutes into the game here, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. 10 minutes in. Seb Watson says, this looks a bit like someone told them Sharks are the best team in the comp and Panthers are pissed about it. Yeah, well, this is what I was saying before the stream started and all weekend. I've said, like, if the Sharkies win this game, it's huge because the Panthers do have a point to prove right now, especially after being embarrassed by the Warriors last week and a reserve-grade Warriors team. They literally got embarrassed in the press conference because one of the journalists actually asked Ivan Cleary, like, you lost to a reserve-grade team, mate. Like, how's it feeling? And he's like, excuse me? So the Panthers have a bit of a chip on their shoulder right now. Obviously, coming back with 3 premierships in a row, 4 grand finals in a row. They're coming into this game with something to prove. And the Sharkies, like, they're being told right now that they're the best in the comp. And it's like, well, they haven't proven it yet, man. Like, yes, they've had 2 great, fantastic wins that take away the notion that they're only a bottom 8 feeding club. But we need to see consistency from it. And it's like, it's not easy to go and win 3 games on the trot against the Storm, the Roosters, and then the Panthers. So you come into this game and you've used a lot of your mental and physical energy on those previous 2 games. And now the Panthers, with the point to prove, do I think they win this game? I don't know. It's still early doors. But it's understandable. This is what I was saying before the game started. This would be a Sharks game to lose. Will Kennedy will grab the ball at 25. I will say the possession stats would be wild, though. I'll go refresh and have a look at the possessional stats. Team stats, 68% possession. Even the possession out, you'll see it different. Even the possession out, you'll see the Sharkies scored 12-6. You watch. So left-hand side for the Sharkies, and Jesse Ramey will get this ball to 30. Ben's Penrith Blues. I'm assuming that's your mate, Jay. Bailey says, had a mate try to convince me Brooks would get the 6 jersey, and I just laughed at him. If he had kept up his form for the first 2 rounds, it would have been great, but he hasn't kept up his form. Had a decent enough game last night, though. Tanner Boys are 5'8", undefeated at the position. Mitchell, mate, you're spot on, mate. Actually, he would be undefeated at the position. You're right. You're right. All right, so the Panthers now bring this ball back to the 30, first tackle. It is your mate, Joe. Well done. So, Nicho Hynes, I don't think anything was wrong with that. I know the Sharkies fans weren't happy, but I don't think anything's wrong with that. And Mick Ennis usually circle jerks the absolute living shit out of the Sharkies, so if he's saying the same thing as me, then you know it was probably the right decision. But we have seen referees calling that a penalty quite a lot as well. So they'll be Panthers now 32 metres out from the line. Tanner's a legend and Nicho is overrated in pressure. I wouldn't disagree with that. In pressure is the key word there. I wouldn't say Nicho Hynes is overrated. I would say that he hasn't proven himself under pressure yet. Because when the pressure comes, they lost the Roosters at Sharky Park last year, and they should have absolutely won that game. There was no excuse for the Sharks there. And then the year before that, they lost to the Cowboys at home, and then the Rabbitohs, and got flogged in that Rabbitohs game. So yeah, Nicho Hynes hasn't proven himself under pressure at all, and that's why I still believe Queensland do win this series, even with Nicho Hynes as that halfback. I don't think he's a pressure player. And I've said this for a while. I think, and I still to this day will tell you, I think he's a 6. I think that they need a clear and definitive 7 there. And I don't think that Nicho Hynes is necessarily a game manager. I think Nicho Hynes is a nice floater and a really, really good 5'8". I just don't think that he's the leader. And that's where I think the Sharks have been let down these last couple of years. Again, I think he's a 5-star player. And I think that he's incredible. But I just think that he's not being played in the right position because they don't have someone who can be the 7 for the Sharks. And he is the best 7 they've got. That's my personal thoughts. Flores says they lost with him in that position. Luai, 5'8". They did. They won 2021, but outside of that, he hasn't been great in Origin. They need to stop with all his penalties on the kicker. Agreed. Dependent on a few things. Fit tackle here at the 20. You do also need to protect the kicker. So Brian To'o to Jerome Luai. Luai puts that ball up. Kennedy, great take under pressure. That's lovely. That's lovely from Will Kennedy. First tackle here at the 5. And now the Sharkies, yeah, they're really struggling to get out of their own 10, 20 metre line here, the Sharks. That's a penalty. Yeah, that's correct. Penalty out of the Sharkies. That's a penalty to the Sharks. So they will probably get to about the halfway point, and that will help massively. The Sharks have been under significant pressure, and this will help dramatically. Gets them to the 46. Great kick. Great kick. The Blues need to match the Maroons forwards in order for the halves to work. Yeah, the 1 through 7 of the Blue. Oh, if you know Origin, if you're from Queensland, New South Wales, you get how Origin's played, and it's played through defense, not offense. If you're not from Queensland, New South Wales, and you think it's played through attack, you have no idea what you're talking about. Third tackle at 33. And if you're from New South Wales and you think that, you're a muppet. This is why you lose. Nicho Hynes gives it out here to Atkinson. This is the first attack of the game for the Sharks. Let's see if the Panthers... Well, it's not like directly attack, but they've gotten into range now with 2 tackles remaining. 4 tackles, so it'll tell you a lot if the Sharks were able to score right now. Fifth tackle, 15 metres out. A dropout would be huge for the Sharks. Nicho Hynes kicks it through. That's played at, but it's gone backwards. It's fine. That's fine. So Panthers ball hit 11. 9. Negan says, Luai's better than a lot of halves. Don't be a hater just because you may not like him, Flo. Well, I've said this for a long time, Negan, that Jerome Luai is one of the best 5'8" in the game. I'd say he's top 3 5'8" in the game. I would say Dylan Brown still is one of them. Munster is still definitely one for mine. People forget through injury and the fact that Dylan Brown's a 7 at the moment because Mitchell Moses is out. They forget Dylan Brown's still quality 6. There are some really good 5'8" still, but I would put Luai still top 3. And I would probably put him 3rd. Maybe 2nd. Haven't got him above Munster though. I'm not a big fan of Luai off the field, but I do think that characters like him are needed in the game to create entertainment, make it fun, bring that rivalry up, Maybe don't insult people about going to work on a Monday, but outside of that, it's always good to have a villain. Left hand side to Kyle Iro. Kyle Iro here. Good run to the 33. But yeah, I do like Luai. I think Luai is a quality player. Oh, Teague Wilton crunching the tackle there by Jack Cole. Well done. That's a 5'8" on a back rower there. I've never been a big fan of Teague Wilton, to be fair, though. Tom Hazelton gets this ball to the 42. 4 tackle. So some of them are like the NFL, roughing the pass, a barely touching penalty. Yeah, you're talking about the Atkinson one the other week for Storm. Storm deserved that loss. Sharks were the better team, but that was a controversial call. Sharks also had a few controversial calls in that game. But people just really wanted to focus on that roughing the passer or taking the kicker out penalty. Flores, make him stop. Does Negative not realise he's talking to the biggest anti-riff human on the planet? Oh, you're talking about Negan. Well, no, it's conversation. You're allowed to have a conversation. He's entitled to his opinion, just like you're entitled to your opinion. As long as it's not abusive and you guys aren't having a crack at each other, you guys can feel free to have a chat about it, a conversation about it. Proves the other one why you're right. But, obviously keep it respectful. And Sione Katoa will get this ball here to the 10. Burst tackle now for the Sharks. At least the game has slowed down a lot more, which is probably actually benefiting the Panthers still. The Sharkies do like a fast-paced game. The first 10 minutes was disastrous for them, but since then they've slowed it down quite a lot. Now it's a lot more of the grind. If the Sharks can go into this second half going like 12-6 down, something like that, that'd be right. Will I be streaming the FA Cup tonight? No, Winston Smith. When I move into my own place eventually, yes, but not at the moment. Nicho Hynes underneath here to Jesse Ramian, and Ramian taken down at the halfway point. I haven't streamed football action in like 2 years, bro. Like, why would you... I've seen your comments about the FA Cup thing. Why would you think I'm streaming the FA Cup? I haven't given any thought process to doing that for years. Taking out the 30. Like that you want to see it, but I won't be streaming anything, outside of normal hours until I move into my own place within the next month or so. Second tackle now at the 35. Cole to Liam Martin, and Liam Martin now to the 43. It'll be third tackle. 8 from 10 completion so far for the Sharks. 11 from 11 for the Panthers. Close to a 4 pass, that one. Surprised I didn't call that. Edwards at the 45. So the Panthers have actually been perfect in this first 19 minutes. They have been literally perfect. And Lindsay Smith taking down at the 38. Fifth tackle. 19 minutes in. Sharks can't do much more than what they're doing right now. Not a single team would have been leading that's arguably tackling air there. That's a tackle in air. That's a tackle in air. That should be a penalty. That's the wrong call. That definitely yeah. Now Sione Katoa is getting into him. That was definitely a tackle in air there on the Panthers on Katoa. FA Cup, Nate J, is Man City versus Man United tonight. It's a trophy in the Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League, League Cup kind of deal. And he knows I'm a Man City fan wearing it tonight. So fourth tackle now for the Sharks. At the 20. No team with this scoreline, I'd say a lot of teams that aren't the Sharks right now would be down 18-24-0 in the first 20 minutes here. 20 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, and that pressure has forced Nicho Hynes to get the ball out in the full. And it's going to be a Panthers ball at 30. I'm telling you, a lot of teams right now would be down 18-24-0. A lot of teams would be down 18-24-0. All right. So what's the Nicho has kicking out the full happening a lot. He doesn't have... under pressure, he struggles, bro. Under pressure, he struggles. That's cute. A club like United give a shit about the FA Cup. It's the only thing they have a chance in, mate. Second tackle. They've spent, 300 million more pounds over City in the last 6 years, but they can only win an FA Cup, even though we beat them last year in the final. Oh, that's poor defence of the Sharks, but Jack Cole taking down 3 metres out. It's actually 6 again here. 20 minutes to go here, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. The ball goes backwards. They tried to go fast out to Isaac Tongor, but they couldn't get it. Now 6 again. I don't understand how that's a 6 again when the ball's gone about 20 metres backwards, but that's just me. Oh, knock on to there. It'll be Sharky's ball at the 10. Jeez, that was tackle 2 as well. The Panthers had a great opportunity to take the lead 18-0. Then he says, what's he telling the EPL? Manchester City, mate. My middle name is Kippax. If you know English football history, so my mum's maiden name is Kippax, and my middle name is Kippax. So if you know about English football history, you would know Man City. But yeah, terrible pass there by Keno Grusev Watson, which gives the Sharkies a massive let-off, mate. Massive let-off. Blake Hunter says, Hynes kicks out in the full quite often. So Blake, it's quite funny that you're here because we had someone on the last stream go, why do we never see Blake Harler anymore? We always used to see Blake Harler, now he's never here. And I said, you were here last night, weren't you, Blake? I swear you were. I swear you were here last night, mate. I swear you were. Shout out to the soccer mums in the chat. Mate, definitely shout out to the soccer mums in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Second tackle. I'm here all the time. That's what I said, Blake. Someone said, oh, we haven't seen him in ages. And I was like, I think he was here last night, mate. Mate, it's like a rest in peace. We should have given you an RIP. Shout out to the MILF dads, mate. We always shout at the MILFs. He does care about you, Blake. I don't know who it was. Jay might be able to remember, but he does care. Will Candy taking it out at the halfway point. Foot tackle. Greg Martin says, wonder if the A-League Grand Final will get more than 5 people in attendance. Oh, that's at the full. Oh, no. Oh, Sharks again at the full. Oh, my gosh. Logan Balls says, Soccer Mums, Nicho Hynes wants his Supercoach score because he's now kicked the ball out in the full twice in a row. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nicho Hynes is having an awful game. He's on 3. He's about to be on minus. Anyone who captained Nicho, good luck. Good luck. Lane Balls says Soccer Mums are 2 times more smoking than the OnlyFans models. Yeah, you'd have to... MILFs over OnlyFans. MILFs over OnlyFans for sure, mate. So Fisher Harris came off for... Was it Smith? I'm not sure. Daniel Bates says, Morning Blaze, I may have asked you before, but have you seen the YouTube of the United stand? Some of the meltdowns he's had recently watching United have been epic and very entertaining. Are you talking about Mark Goldbridge? Are you talking about Goldbridge, Daniel Bates? Third tackle here at the 38. If you're talking about Mark Goldbridge, he is an absolute prat, bro. 4th tackle here at the 30. I would agree, Winston, he is an embarrassment to your club. He is. Happy for United to dominate the league for years and years and years, but nowadays, oh no. Oh no. 5th tackle here, 15 out. And they hit this ball over the top. Sharks with the ball at the 5. And they'll be taken down at the 5. And he uses this excuse, right? Like, oh, I don't go to United games because I have a job here on YouTube and I stream the games, all that type of stuff. It's like, that's great. And I'm aware. Like, I would get massive views. And I would get decent money for doing Titans streams here. I'll be straight up transparent with you guys. I would get paid quite well to do Titans streams here. But I don't do it because I'm passionate for my club. At the end of the day, I'm more passionate about my club than streaming the games. So it's a real weak excuse. It really is. But he can do what he does, you know. But it's just sad how much hatred he's got in his heart. 5th tackle at the 40. David says, OnlyFans models are like a Barbie doll. They're all made of plastic. Dear me. Has anyone here actually paid for OnlyFans before? Like, be honest. I'm not judging. Have anyone here actually paid for OnlyFans? First tackle out the 25. Blah, blah, blah. 6 Dalian points for Hynes this game, I reckon. I reckon give him 8 Dalian points, mate. Give him 12. I reckon give him 12 because you got the 2 different people. 2 different factions giving the points. Yeah, give him 12 points. So right-hand side, Mitch Kenny off to... no, Liam Henry. He said Jack Cole on the commentary. And I was like, no, it's not. Well, it was Liam Henry. Now Jack Cole to Liam Martin. And Liam Martin taking down 5th tackle at 35. Daniel Bates says, yes, I can't stand him. He's always blaming injuries. Yeah, I know, it's sad, bro. We had Kevin De Bruyne around for most of this year. Like. Oh, could Thomas knock the ball on again? The Sharks are having an absolute mare of a game right now. Mitchell says Blitzy definitely has. Definitely. But look, Blitzy would also be having a meltdown right now. My mum would be having a meltdown right now. This is awful from the Sharks. Like, defensively, they've been quite solid besides the being down 12-0. But, like, 2 kicks out in the full, a knock on here. It's just one of those games for the Sharks right now. It's just one of those games. He really is. Zach says, maybe that bloke was right about saying the Sharkies should give Nicho the fleet last year. I don't think so. I just think he should be a 6. And I've said this when they've been winning, guys, just to clarify. There's no one here who can tell me that I haven't been calling Nicho Hynes. Oh, that's poor defense. Oh, that's poor defense there for the Sharks, and the Panthers score off the scrum. Paul Alamotti, Dogs legend, has scored at 16-0 with the kick to come. The Panthers have been perfect here, guys. I want to really reiterate this for everybody. Like, the Sharks have made mistakes, but the Panthers have been literally perfect in this game. Like, they would be up 30 to 40-0 against a lot of the weaker teams already. I will just put this out here. But that's how good they've been. They've had 56% possession. Their completion rate is pretty much perfect. They've only made 1 mistake. They've had more runs, more run meters, more post-contact meters, 3 line breaks to their 0, 14 tackle breaks to their 6, more average set distance, more kick return meters, faster play the ball speed, more offloads, more receipts, more total passes, more dummy passes, more kicks, less kicking meters though. It's the only thing. 4 bombs to 1, kick the fuse on both 100%. Defensively, 92.44% defensive efficiency, which is quality, 87.1 of the Sharks. And they've made a similar amount of tackles. Like, they've dominated this game, the Panthers. They've been really, really impressive. They've been really impressive. So, like, I know Sharks fans will be really annoyed right now, but the Panthers have been really impressive in this game. And they've got no Nathan Cleary. And they get the kick. So 18-0 here with 13 minutes to go here the first half. That's because Mark's actually a Nottingham Forest fan. That would make sense, Winston. Isn't he from Nottingham? I think he is. It's going to feel so weird with that Luai next year. Yeah, it will. It felt really weird for me with Jai Arrow leaving the Titans back in like 2020 to the Rabbits. Who else would be weird? Scott Prince going to the Broncos in like 2014 was real weird, but he didn't do too well there. Dazman says, Goldbridge is a salty bitch. EPL is boring now that City have won 6 out of the last 7, but wasn't boring when United won 13 in 20 years. Through similar fashion. People don't realise that the things that City are getting brought up for was only created in 11-12. A lot of them will be quashed. The majority of them will be. And it was created by United, Liverpool, Chelsea, and the likes. Maybe not Chelsea, but United, Liverpool, and Arsenal. It was the red teams. But do your research if you want to know more about that. Second tackle here for the Panthers at 20. Up 18-0. 12 minutes to go the first half. Mark wasn't fun with Man United winning early years. He's as fake as it gets. Real name's Brett De Cesare, and he was a Nottingham fan all his life. Is that true? So he actually is a Nottingham fan. I remember he was from Nottingham, but I didn't know he's actually a Nottingham fan. Or is that just piss take? Smokey says, I'll pay for the chair, OnlyFans. I wonder if that chair is still here or we threw it out. It could be still in the garage, that old chair. Fifth tackle here for the Panthers at the halfway point. Jerome Luai puts that ball up into the corner. If I'm a Sharks fan, I wouldn't be as dejected as you probably are right now. I don't think this really tells you as much as you probably think. I think you've put a lot of energy into 2 straight weeks against the Storm away and the Roosters at Magic Round. And now you're playing the Panthers, who are coming off a loss to the Warriors with a reserve grade team for the Wires at Magic Round, embarrassed, humiliated, and weren't getting the respect they deserved. And I feel like they've really fired up for this game. I don't think this is as bad as you think it is. If anybody says nobody is toppling City anytime soon, that's just a fact. Gooners, Goldbridge, etc. just need to accept it. Bing bong ding dong, babe. Bing bong ding dong. 11 minutes to go. Brian Totall brings it out here to the 25. Mary Manataka, the Sharks should have put their New South Wales Cup team. Might have had a chance. There's the Wars fans coming in. There's the Warriors fans coming in. Nobody mentioned Villa had 2 of our first choice defenders out for the whole season, just saying. We had a lot of injuries this year. Sharkies only have more kicking meters because they have been kicking out of their own end this entire whole game. You're right, Christian. You are right. So Ruva to the 40. Wow, great run. Post-contact meters from Ruva was fantastic. 10 minutes to go here the first half, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Don't forget we've got Rabbitohs Eels right after this game as well. But I will not be streaming tomorrow, obviously, because we do have... where is the Sharks defenders, bro? Where are the Sharks to grab the ball there? And Luai, there'll be Sharks ball at 25. That was awful from the Panthers, but it was also awful effort plays from the Sharks. They've got to be there for that, bro. Truly. Dr. Swati says, how is the strength of the Super League compared to the NRL considering Wigan beat Penrith? I still will maintain Super League over a longevity of a season and the NRL will struggle to make the 8. I'm talking St. Helens and I'm talking Wigan. But when it comes to those, that's going to be a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty, referee. That's a penalty. Challenge it. Challenge. Oh, can you even challenge that? Can you even challenge that? I think that should be a penalty. But I don't think you can challenge this. Because it's the referee's decision. So Nicho Hynes is apparently injured right now. But no, I will say, I think that anyone can win one game. Anyone can win one game. Also, Wigan very controversially won that game. That was a bullshit win for Wigan, FYI. And you know it, Daxa. But I do think that they did well in that game. But I think over the longevity of the season, I do think more teams beat them than they beat. TJ Tower says, I slept for like 30 minutes and come back to see Penrith up 8-0, but I'm the Sharks. Just haven't been good enough here, the Sharkies. Just haven't been good enough. The Panthers have been the better team. Nicho HIA here. Okay, so Nicho out for this first half. And won't be back until about 5. Actually, won't be back just until the second half. So Nicho Hynes goes down. Oh, the knee into the side of his head. Yeah, that hurts. Yeah, dearie me, that hurts. Actually says, interesting, thanks. It's just my thoughts. Obviously, it's just my opinion. Unfortunately, we'll never know. Unfortunately, we will never know. The ref that was literally born in Wigan. Yes, Blake Carla. Liam Moore was born in Wigan and very, very controversial. Walker is injured, Jordan. Cody Walker is injured. So if Hynes was injured and didn't play Origin, you would have to go Jerome Luai 6 and you'd probably have to go with... you might be seeing Brooks at 6. You may be. It's crazy to think about. So Luai here, fit tackle, 4 tackle, gets the offload away. Out to Cole to Liam Martin. Martin 3 metres, 2 metres out from the line, fit tackle, 8 minutes to go here the game of the first half. Mitch Kenny, too easy. Dylan Edwards adds a try time. Panthers are doing too well here. Panthers are doing way too well here, son of Jim. This is a demolition at the moment. There we go. So 22-0 with the kick to come. 8 minutes to go of the first half. Sharkies just not up to it today. Just don't concede 50, Sharks. Actually, what was the thing we were saying before? So the Sharks... So regardless, we'll be in first place by the end of the weekend. But if right now, the Panthers are going into second. But the Sharks right now, if you take away the 22, give them, say, 24, we'll assume the kick goes through, they're on plus 124. This points differential is being brought back to the pack. And this is why I say to you guys, one game don't mean shit, but one game can bring you back. But one game doesn't mean shit. Like, just because the Sharks are losing 24-0 here, 22-0 with the kick come, does not mean the Sharks are now out of the competition. It does not mean jack shit. Last week they still beat the Roosters, and the week before that still beat the Storm. Right, it's just one of those games here for the Sharks right now. And it's like the same thing with the Panthers. Everyone last week were like, Panthers are shit. They're going to do jack. They just lost to a Warriors second grade team. Well, look at them now. This is why I say you take what happens week by week, but you piece it together throughout the season. It's still early. You have a good idea for how teams are playing, but it is still early. It's still way too early to be going off like a team's winning the comp. Besides the Titans are going to win the comp, obviously, but... Besides them, it's still too early to be going off as if teams have won the comp or they're out of the comp. And then you get NRL Forever says, grand final, here we come. Okay, well, you forgot that you lost the Wires last week. 22-0, 6.5 minutes to go the first half. Also, seen comebacks before. Seen plenty of comebacks in the second half. But you get NRL Forever who goes, go Penrith and grand final win, here we come. It's like, bro, you lost the Warriors last week. The Sharks beat the Roosters and the Storm. This one game does not prove everything. It shows the Sharks may not be ready yet, but I also remember the Rabbitohs, and I called it in 2021, but when the Rabbitohs lost the Storm by 50, and then the Rabbitohs lost by the Panthers to 50, if you guys were here watching the channel, I said the Rabbitohs will still make the grand final this year. I also said the Rabbitohs will beat the Panthers in the first week of the finals, and the Rabbitohs would go on to play the Panthers in the grand final and lose to them, and both of those came correct. You've got to remember that just because a game happens does not mean the entirety of the season is done. Now the Panthers win the grand final. Yippee, how we going? Sharks wooden spoon. It's how everyone talks it up. Tito Tower says, I think you'll get some standout players in the Super League, but rarely you'll find those players in the Super League. I mean, Gareth Widdop wasn't too bad. George Williams had one great year. Oh, knock on. Okay, here's a chance for the Sharkies. 20 minutes out. Here's a chance. 6 minutes to go, but they don't have Nicho Hynes for the rest of this first half, though. That's the only issue. Jordan says Warriors will be loving this. Warriors will be loving this, but also had a big stretch of games they lost beforehand. So it just shows you the up and downs of an NRL season. It shows you the up and downs of an NRL season. No one is safe. You can have good runs. No one goes through a season undefeated in today's game. No one will ever go through a season undefeated. If you go through a season undefeated in rugby league, you are clearly the best sporting team in history. I would nearly say it's impossible. I would nearly say it's impossible. Negan says Alamotti. Oh, third try, yeah. Right hand side here for Daniel Atkinson. All right, what can the Sharks do with no Nicho here? 6 again, 13 metres out. So right hand side off to McInnes. Took a hard to pour, nearly drops that, but he's still going here. Took hard to pour. He's 5 metres out from the line. First tackle. 10 metres out now. They got pushed back. First tackle of the Sharkies. Blake Brayley. Out the back here to Atkinson. Atkinson's got Wilcanny. They've got numbers, but he didn't use them and went inside. 5 metres out. Second tackle. 6 again here for the Sharkies. They've got no Nicho Hynes though, so it's not really too much. Nothing's really showing at the moment. Took out to Puha. He'll be 4 metres out here from the line. Alright, 5 metres out. Short ball. Talakai. Crash play. Andrew Vivita style does, mate. Unfortunately, it's too short. Second tackle, 3 metres out. At the back here, Atkinson. Atkinson kicks it through. It's played at there. Oh, no. Knock on. Oh, it's a penalty. Penalty Sharkies. Disagree, but there's been a couple of disagreeable calls today. Nothing significant, though, but Sharkies will get the penalty. 4 minutes to go here. That's a warning here. So, because all the 6 agains and then the penalty, next person who gives away 6 again or a penalty is bin. There's no way you had Chad in Origin. Who said Chad? No, someone said Chad. No. Who said Chad? There's no way someone said Chad Townsend for Origin. Oh, here we go. First tackle here, 1 metre out. They've got the Tsuka Hautapu knocks it on. Okay, the Shark. It's one of those games. It's one of those games for the Sharks. It's one of those games. Yeah, we knew that was coming, Joe. First tackles. That was a knock on there from the Sharks. Yikes. Sertrova trying to claim high tackle there. Second tackle at 22. Good that he got up though. Logan Ballsack says, if Hynes is out of Origin, you could have Townsend and 7 just to direct the team and let Luai, the fullback, to run the ball. Townsend plays 7. I give up. Great below. Off field, not so much anymore. On the field. He's not the player he once was as well, so. Negan says, Luai stays healthy and that's something Penrith will miss next season. Cleary is injury prone. Correct, I would agree. But they also believe in Jack Cole, and I can see it. I haven't seen the attacking nature of Jack Cole to what the extent of what they believe in, but I do think they will lose a lot with Luai next year. They have lost a lot without Crichton this year, I will say that. They're still winning enough games, but they're also losing more games than they normally would. I think that maybe Luai is the one that pushes it over the edge. You know, it just fills up a little bit too much and it overfloods. Numpy Fiction getting around. Appreciate you both for tuning in. And Daniel Atkinson. Oh, Sharkies is just all over the shop here. Blah, blah. So just look up the 1997 Super League International Club Series. The UK teams all got blown out, and that was in the 90s when they were considered a closer competition to the Australian teams. Was that like a league? Was there like a few games, were there? International Club Series. Was there like a league games there? As in, like, when I say league, I don't mean rugby league. I mean a couple of games for either team. Flurry says, Nicho on 3 and some coaching, and just shut him out. Yeah, he's definitely all over the shop. Brian All gets his ball to the halfway point, second tackle. 832 run meters to the Panthers, 479 for the Sharks. Yikes. So Truva, third tackle to the 42, to the 40. Tito Towers, it's not been rude, but who actually watches Super League? Because the only time I watch the Super League team is during the World Club Challenge. Yeah, but that's because you're Australian, bro. Like, a lot of English do watch it, obviously. Especially in the northern parts, like Manchester, Wigan, Huddersfield, Newcastle. Not really Newcastle, but enough. Newcastle have been getting pumped with their Super League team. Fifth tackle here at the 22. At the back here to Yo to Cole. Oh, is that played at? Oh, Sharks, no. It's sick. It's 26-0 with the kid to come. Oh, bro. That's a perfect first half on the Panthers. That is a perfect first half of the Panthers. Like, that's a really lucky try for Cole. Cole didn't do that deliberately at all, but, like, it fell on his hands. He scored the try, and well done. Right-hand side, Yo to Jack Cole, kicks it through. Very lucky bounce there. Very lucky ricochet, and it'll be 26-0 with a kick to come. This is just... That try's unlucky for the Sharks, But the rest of the game, the Panthers have just been perfect in the first half. Lager Ballsy says Dogs goes second best in defence. Correct, but you're still 10th. Correct, but you're still 10th. But 26-0 here to the Benny Panthers, and it's about to be 28-0. And like I told you guys, the Panthers would have been up by 40, and I would even argue 50 against a team that isn't the Sharks in this game in this first half. Okay, which I feel for you, Mum Blaze. I feel for you being a Broncos fan in general. Blake asks, Jack Cole has a strong running game that he hasn't really shown yet. He's still young. That would be a good video for his channel, Mitchell said. What would be a good video for his channel? And there we go. So it will be 28-0 to the Panthers at halftime. Yikes. Jay says we feel for your parents, Cambridge. 28-0 to the Panthers. And it's just been, honestly, a brilliant performance by the Panthers. It has been. So McInnes is arguing right now with Sutton, but again, I think that was just a pure quality performance there from the Pennies. I do. That'd be a good video for his channel. It's a good standard, TJ. Not as good as the NRL though. Awful refereeing, awful officiating over there. Imagine if we still had Katoa to replace Luai. Yeah, but you would have had to pay him too much. He would have wanted to go anyway, and he's been doing well at the Dolphins. It would never have happened. Isai Katoa is actually, if Hynes did get injured, like Isai Katoa would actually be putting his hand up for a potential origin spot. He would. Blah blah says, yeah, tournament between Super League Oz and UK teams. It ended with 2 Oz teams playing the grand final, Broncos and the Hunter Mariners. I would assume the Broncos won because that was when they would have had like Lockie, Gordy, Alfie, Langer. They would have had like Webke, Petro, 70 cents a litre. Was that too early for them? That would have been 97, 98. No, they would have been playing there, surely. Or was it Kerrod Walters playing from at the time? Kerrod Walters. Who else would have been there? That would have been too early for Hodges. Hodges was at the Roosters still, probably. Or wasn't even playing yet. Yeah, big Wendell Saylor. Big Wendell Saylor. Michael Hancock, Jay says. Who's the other winger? Oh, Lottie. Lottie would have been there. Lottie would have been there. Did I tell you about my brief little run-in with Wendell the other day? That ended with him following me? Chad Townsend in Origin, Mitchell says. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, good luck with that one. Champion. So the Sharks were at 60% to win this game before the game started. Now the Panthers are at 52%. Now back to 51%. Whoever voted for the Sharks just then, good luck. Oh, now back to 52. Now back to 51. So whoever's voting for the Sharkies, good luck. It's going to be an amazing comeback in the second half. It would actually be the greatest comeback of all time. The highest comeback at the moment is 26-0. So please do it, Sharks. I would love to see it, please, because I know what team the one 26-0 was. I know what team that was. And I don't want it to be that team anymore. Don't arm wrestle Big Wendell. Mate, Big Wendell, he knows what he's doing. Don't forget, guys, we will also be live streaming the Rabbitohs versus Eels game right after this as well. Blah, blah, blah. Says Anthony Mundine was in the Broncos that year as well. Was he Broncos that year, not Dragons? Hynes captain is in shambles, Blake says. Well, I accidentally captained Elias Katoa. So I had the VC. I was never going to captain Hynes. These two teams are the best defensive teams in the comp. I know the Sharks don't look it right now, but they are. But I VC did. A VC did. And then was going to captain somebody later in the weekend. So I've captained, but I unfortunately had the captaincy on Elias Katoa for some reason. It might have been because he was on, VC was on Pies Paul against the Titans or whatever last week. I don't know. But anyway, I accidentally got the 62. I probably would have captained, like I've got Pahulu in the team. I probably would have captained, I don't know. I might have captained like an Angus Crichton, who only got 13 more. I didn't. Galvin 90 is impressive. That's good. I probably would have captained Crichton, and I'm not even lying. I wish I had a captain Scotty Drinkwater, but obviously, whatever. I only missed out on 40 points. See me. How's my actual leagues going? I'm going to get flogged in that league. And then that's Mr. Ponga's Pelicans. He must have a good team. He's looking at a 1464 score. I'm not looking at a score anywhere close to 14. He captained. He VC Jacob Carraz, you dog. You dog. He VC Jacob Carraz, I do it all the time too. So I'm a dog a lot of the time, but you dog, mate. You dirty, dirty dog, mate. He captained Kai Pierce-Paul on the bye. You dirty, dirty dog. How dare you? Even though I do it all the time. And who's this other guy got? He's Captain Hynes. Oh, that's why. Okay, he's Captain Hynes, so he's in a bit of a trouble. This guy's in a little bit of trouble. He's got VC on Reece Walsh. Why wouldn't you VC Hynes and then Captain Walsh? You silly, silly man. Ryan Daddyhausen says, what's your opinion on that Hainesy guy, the Roosters fan? I know, Brendan. Why? What's wrong with him? Oh, you probably don't like him because of his TikToks and whatnot. I know Brendan outside of, the personality. I need to remind you guys, I need to remind people, especially with the platform that I have, you see what we want you to see, right? Like, it's very difficult for me to lie to you guys while I'm streaming because you're always here with me. You can't hide yourself and whatnot. But I'm also at an elevated position to what I normally am. And it's like with Hainesy. Hainesy means well, right? He does, obviously, and he knows that he riles up the wrong people. And he will eventually know it harder than he does now. And I've spoken to about this, we've conversated, but you just got to remember, just because you see us in our sports elevated kind of loud personality does not mean that we are not good people outside of it. You know what I'm saying? Does not mean that. And a lot of people get the wrong impression of people like him or people like myself, people like Dane, Clarkey. People think Clarkey the wrong way all the time. Has said some bad things in the past, but in the same sense, he doesn't mean it like that. Like, he's not a bad person. A great bloke. Home of the NRL says, honestly, Penrith have been amazing more than the Sharks have been shit. I would agree, home of the NRL. The Panthers, Sharks have been shit. They've kicked the ball out multiple times. The Sharks have knocked the ball on a couple of times. But the Panthers deserve this lead. They have dominated. This is not controversial at all. The Panthers were just simply the better team by a long way in that first half. And like I said earlier, other than the Sharks, any team that's not the Sharks would probably be down by 40 to 46 to 50 right now. And seriously, I don't know. I don't think the Panthers hit 50. I don't think they do. But I think they would have been up by 50 against a lot of other teams at half-time. I'm looking at 1286. You don't have Fafita? I do not have Fafita, Blake. Hainesy's an odd one, but when he called Trell fat, I was pretty astounded. There's no way Brandon called Trell fat. There's no way. Like, if he did, there's no way. Like, obviously, Hainesy's not in the greatest of shape himself, and he knows this as well. So that's why I would doubt that. But then again, I also know Hainesy, and he says a lot of things. So, mate, he probably did, to be fair. He probably did. But, interesting. It's interesting. I'm not skinny myself at all. I'm a big guy myself, but I would never call anybody else fat. Coach said, I think the Panthers are going to go in 4 in a row. What, because of one game? They lost to the Warriors last week against a reserve grade squad. What were we saying last week, Capish? So you think the Panthers are going to go 4 in a row now because they're winning one game here against the Sharks in round 12 NRL season. But were you saying the same thing when they lost to the Warriors last week, when the Warriors had no Sean Johnson, no Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, no Marata Niokore, none of these guys, but because they're having one really, really top-tier, brilliant performance here, you're willing to now say the Panthers are going to win the competition? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, right here, such shit. Jay, the thing is, bro, is that I love Brendan. Brendan's a great bloke. He can such shit all he likes, but I don't have a problem with Brendan. I don't have a problem. So he can say that all he likes. It's Brendan's choice to do what he wants. Hainesy can do whatever he wants in regards to the content that he creates. You know, I talk to him as a person. That's why you'll usually hear me when we're talking about creators. Like, I'll call Entertainer House Hayden. I'll call Clarkey Dane. I'll call these guys by their actual names. Like, I don't call Norman Sportshed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get called BKR a lot. But that's because people don't separate as much as they probably should. Because I know these people who aren't, off the content creator scene, rather than just the content that you guys see. But I still get called BKR quite a lot. But yeah, Ryan, if you're here to cause shit, it's not going to happen, bro. I know these people off it. Ad says, going for Panthers to make sure the Dolphins kick the record comeback over the Titans. You're a dickhead. Fatima says, hey, Cronulla, don't look like it at the moment. Also, are you staying up for the FA Cup? Yeah, I'll be staying up for the FA Cup. What time does it start tonight, though? Are we like 1? I'm going to be up early to go to Brisbane, but 12 a.m. That's even better. Yeah, I'll be up. Absolutely. People forget I was a City fan before I was a Titans fan. Zach Marina says, Luai and Burton for New South Wales. No, Nicho and Luai. Unless Nicho is injured. Cabbage says, what do you want about the Cowboys, the record for the biggest comeback? No, they do not. Love Haynes. Lol, Haynes, you love his angry vlogs. He's passionate for his Roosters. Needs to get his own slogans and sayings. He copies me a lot of the time. But with that being said, he's very passionate. He's very passionate for what he does. Actually started a channel because he saw what we were doing him, if you guys didn't know. I have heard him calling Trell fat. That's a wild thing. Like, that is crazy if he's saying that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, this Telstra ad sucks. Well, it's half time right now, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. As what was the score? Can you feel free to edit it? Jace, I've got no drama with him, although I do have a very long memory. Yeah, Jay, like I know in the past there's been shit that's happened, right? But I'm okay with it now. I have a lot of memory. I always remember things, but like I have a lot of sympathy and empathy. So like even with old mate, as in like Cowboys fan old mate, like I feel for him sympathetically because although he has been so abusive and toxic and shit talk for years and years and years, and burned every bridge possible down that is of any significant note. I feel sympathy that he has as much passion as he does, but fucked it up effectively, right? And I don't say much, but he did. Max Watson says 13 from 21 completion rate is crazy. Yeah, the Sharkies have not been great. But yeah, like obviously people just don't understand that like the future. They don't look at the future. They think of the now, and they're like, oh, I want to be big because I'll talk shit to everyone. It's like, well, you do that and you burn a lot of bridges. Old mate is his own worst enemy, Jay. Absolutely. And that's why I'm so comfortable talking about it nowadays, right? Because like, I never really wanted to be a part of it back then, but now I'm open and transparent with kind of everything, and I'm happy to talk about it publicly. I'll never give the promotion, like specifically of the name, but, I'm happy to talk about it. Brendan Essex says, what's up Cronulla? What's up Cronulla? Panthers have just been too good here, mate. They really have been. Jay says, people need to chill out more and smoke more weed. For me, man, it's all about finding God, but obviously I'm not here to dispute my religion and whatnot and my beliefs. I don't believe in religion. I believe in God, but not like a specific religion or anything like that. Cambridge says, what do you mean Cowboys don't hold the record? They came back 26-0 against the Panthers in 98 to win 36-28. Listen, I'll take it, all right, Cambridge? You know what? I'll take it. I'll agree with you. Ad says, hey, I hope the Titans win tomorrow over the Broncos for what it's worth. Ads, you are a Titans fan, mate. You are a Titans fan. Flores, did they only bring Talakai at the end, 35? Well, he's on the bench, so probably. Flurry has a 70-acre farm at Nimbin. Flurry is the owner of Nimbin. I know she said she's from Murwillumbah, but she is the owner. Flurry is the owner of Nimbin. Tyree says Penrith were there for their taking, but then again, there is another half ahead of us. Nah, Penrith were not there for the taking, bro. Penrith have been perfect in this game. There's no way that I come through this game and think that Penrith were beatable at any point. There is not a single team right now that would beat Penrith in this game. They were unbelievable in the first half. They were absolutely destructive, defensively sound. Brilliant. Brandon Essex says, does Flurry have dreadlocks? Flurry, I reckon you should get dreadlocks. I reckon you should get dreadlocks, Flurry. I reckon you should. You may as well. I say for... Okay, so we're going to remove that comment from Flurry and we're going to move off this conversation. That's for sure. We are going to absolutely move off from that conversation because we are in a public setting here, folks. You are online and people can see what you're saying. Diary says, not in this game. I meant coming into this game. I disagree again. And the reason I say that is because, and I've said this throughout the stream so far, the Panthers were embarrassed and humiliated last week, and this game had the telling tale that the Panthers had a point to prove. whilst the Sharks came into this game, and I did say to my mum earlier today as well, and said this is a game the Sharkies could lose because the Sharks have put so much energy and so much big time, emotion, physically and mentally into the Storm game and the Roosters game, and both away, mind you. One was at Melbourne, Amy Park, and the other one was at Magic Round Suncorp. So I disagree because the Panthers weren't actually, I guess if you look at it from a standing point of the Sharks beat the Roosters last week and the Storm lost the Panthers lost the Warriors last week. Okay, sure, they were there for the taking. But they really weren't. If you actually look at it in depth and internally, they really weren't. Mary Manatagas' digital footprint. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mary Manatagas, that's right. Jay says digital dreadlocks. Mate, should I... I'm growing my hair long, by the way. You guys can't really see it, but I am growing my hair out. Okay, the second half has started here. KO was late. So hit that thumbs up button, guys, and subscribe. But yeah, I'm growing my hair long. I'm growing my hair long. So maybe I should get dreadlocks, mate. Maybe I should. That'll be like a Jamaican. Oh, penalty to the Panthers. 30 seconds into the game, into the second half. Digital toothbrush. Don't talk about that around Capish. Fatima, do not be talking about digital toothbrushes around Capish. He won't be brushing his teeth for any reason besides pleasure, as we found out the other day. Yeah, Blake, KO Muppets. So, yeah, it was 30 seconds or 25 seconds after the game, the second half had started. Get some tough tats. So, Nicho Hynes... Oh! So, Nicho Hynes passed his HIA, but he will not be back this evening because of a calf injury. Oh. So, Nicho Hynes is probably out of Origin. Wow. So, you're probably going to have to look at Jerome Luai and maybe Isaiah Katoa or maybe Luke Brooks. Because Cody Walker is out with an injury too. This is wild how this Origin series is turning out right now. Luai kicks it through and it will be Sharks ball here. Sione Katoa at the 5 or 10. I just want to throw this out here for Sharks fans though. You cannot use this as an excuse. You were down 28-0 or 22-0. You were down with that Hynes, but also 28-0 because Hynes wouldn't have changed that. I would say defensively from this point, doesn't matter about Hynes. Offensively from this point, I don't think you score. Adam Smarts, 15 rounds to go. How many wins do the Titans have to get for you to be satisfied for Ded's first year? Adam, I'll be honest with you, I'm satisfied already. And I think you might be surprised by that, but I am satisfied already. You've seen that the team has been turning up regardless. We currently have out, now put a seatbelt on for this, both of our front rowers in Jimmy Dolph and Tina Fa'asuamaleaui for long periods of time. Both of our fullbacks in AJ Brimson and Jaden Campbell. A winger in Philip Sami. A centre in Harley Smith-Shields. We let go of Aaron Schlupp to Manly midweek. We've also got Jojo Fafita out right now, so another winger that was doing really well. Kieran Foran is out. Tanner Boyd is also out. Tommy Weaver was forced back from an injury last week. And we already had lacking depth in the halves it is. We've got a 5'8 playing in the 5'8. We've got a hooker playing the 5'8. We nearly had another hooker playing in the halfback last week. I'm really confident in what Daddy's been doing. So, as long as we don't win the spoon, I'm okay. But with that being said, with our injuries right now, it would not surprise me. It really would not surprise me. But our boys are turning up. 5-6 games in a row now. The only games we've lost have been by less than 4 points. Should tell you a lot. Tells you how they've brought in Sharkies now to the 15. That includes games against the Storm, against Manly. That includes the Raiders when they had Jamal Fogarty and were looking a lot better than they are now. The Knights last week, super controversial. And also there was controversial games throughout that too. So yes, regardless, as long as we don't lose every game by 40 from here on out, I'm easily going into tomorrow's game as a realistic fan. I'll tell you, I believe we lose that game 13+. I 100% believe we lose that game tomorrow 13+. If we do not lose to the Broncos by 13+, Broncos, you are shit. You don't deserve to be in the 8. But I back my boys in, and I support my boys, and I'll still be there regardless. Sharks kick this ball to a 40-20. Oh, and well done, Edwards. Well done, Edwards, to keep that ball from going out. And Edwards gets away here too to the 10, taking down to 10. I will say this, I'll be there at every single game. I'm still an understanding, realistic fan where I can say that I think we should get flogged tomorrow. And that means that I'm putting myself up for a very abusive day on the sideline. Because you guys know what I cop at Suncorp. So the Rovers away here, taking out the 35. Good run though, second tackle. And that's what I'll do for my club. But there's no way we should be winning that game tomorrow. There's no way we should be. And Broncos, if you lose, holy shit. Forward tackle now at the 38. Blake says no Origin has been more injury affected ever, surely. Oh, yeah, 100% for both Queensland and New South Wales. New South Wales, more of the halves, but like also Queensland lost Munster. Oh, Edwards away here. Oh, Sharks are getting done in this game. Fit tackle, 3 minutes out here. Panthers, 5 minutes into the second half, 35 minutes to go of the game. Panthers go left-hand side, Kenny to Luai. Luai kicks it through. Scotty Sorensen. No, it'll be a dropout coming up. Luai, Burton, Haas, mate. Burton's not 5'8". New South Wales will get torched, but okay. Like, New South Wales will get torched with that Haas pairing, but sure. Brendan Nesbitt says, wow, we have to be the underdogs now, Blaze. Nah, Queensland very much up against it, mate. Oh, mate. Queensland underdogs for sure. I know it pisses you off. I know it pisses off every New South Wales fan to ever exist. It's beautiful. It is. That's going out in the full. Doesn't matter. It's still just Panthers ball at 10. Man, it's really hard being underdogs every year, Queensland. Really hard. Folks, I do have a sense of humour. I understand that, but I also have I have to protect you as well, and I have to protect people who watch this. Don't say shit that can incriminate you on this chat, please, because it's not me that'll get done. It's you guys, but also I do have a responsibility as a creator to clean that shit up as well. First tackle here, 5 metres out. Isaiah Yeo gives it off here to Eisenhuth. It'll be second tackle, 7 metres out from the line. Don't put Selwyn Cobbo and Luai on the field. I don't think anyone really cares about that anymore. Isaac Tungor, 5 minutes out from the line. It took me a little bit to think about that, but I don't think anyone cares about that anymore. Mitch Kenny, short ball. Zayo, good tackle there by Britt Nakora. Fourth tackle here. Panthers, they're 3 minutes out. Good defense on this set so far. Oh no. Wasn't great by whoever that was that just came across there, but fit tackle with the Panthers at the 5. 33 minutes to go here in the game. Kenny kicks. Oh dear, Kennedy, no. Oh, Sharks. You could get fitty bombed here. This is woeful. Panthers are playing well, but like the defense was pretty solid for the most part just then, and then you throw it away like that in the last seconds. So Liam Henry will score here. So why is Will Kennedy joining the line there? See if Talakai has that inside play. Why is Will Kennedy joining the line, in my opinion? My first question that Craig Fitzgibbon should be asking the Sharks there, and Will Kennedy specifically, why have you joined the line in that situation? Because Talakai has Mitch Kenny covered. So there should never... Will Kennedy should never have joined the line. Like, see if Talakai has Kennedy covered. McInnes probably has Liam Henry covered too. I don't agree with that from Will Kennedy. But then again, I'm not a professional fullback. But that was poor in my opinion. Zach Manning says Brooks for sure been pretty good. Was originally for the start of the season, slowed down dramatically, and then it had a good game last night. What's the first king? So I was coming 4th in fantasy this week and having a shocker. Oh, you were 4th overall this week coming in fantasy. That's awesome, Aussie Frost King. Yeah, a lot of people are having a shocker, bro. But being 4th, even though you'll drop off to like maybe 800, 700, 600 kind of deal, you're still within range, bro. You're still within range. Just give it a couple... Origin's the big one, and you know this. As a big fantasy player, you would know this. So 34-0 here to the Panthers. Wowee. Nicho Hynes, update. So he's sent for HIA, which was fine. The knee went to his head. But he has a calf issue. It's not a strain. It's simply tightness. But decided because it was 28-0, they took Hynes out. I agree with it. I'm okay with that. I like that. That's actually really nice for the Sharks because they had no responsibility to do that. He won't play next week unless the Sharks have a bye. Do the Sharks have a bye next week? A lot of teams have a bye. The Sharks do not. They play the Eels on Thursday. So he wouldn't have played that game anyway because obviously he would have been selected. But it's actually quite nice there with the Sharks to not risk him and take him out regardless of the fact they don't give a shit whether he plays for Origin or not. But it shows they care about their player. But yeah, so that means that Hynes probably still plays as the 7 guys with Luai 6. Brooks and Luai can rate. Do you, Zach Marino? Brooks is not a guy that can lead, as we saw at the Tigers. He's a guy who takes second in charge to Cherry Evans at Manly. And Luai is more of a second in charge to Cleary. Doing well in this game, but still more of a second in charge to Cleary here. And I don't really rate the 7, bolter of being the main guy at the Tigers next year necessarily. Just my opinion though. So I think you'd have 2 second men in charge there, taking the halves in an Origin game with no Munster, but still Cherry Evans and Dearden, who have both won an Origin series together before, whilst the 2 guys that we're about to see in Hynes and Luai have not won together before. So, Queensland underdogs, but Volt Hunter says this Origin series is not going to hit with all these injuries. I disagree. It's still Origin, mate. It's still Origin, but whoever loses will have excuses galore. But it's still Origin. Berto does have a decent long kicking game. Mary Matataga says, I think he should be 14 because New South Wales, the hooker situation doesn't work. Duka Hatapua comes off, Royce Hunt comes on. Eisenhuth is injured right now. I think he's got a HIA coming for him. New South Wales, it seems like they tried the Cook and Kotowee Sow, or the Kotowee Sow and Reece Robson kind of stitch, and it doesn't work. It did not work in that situation. So I think they could easily put Burton as the 14. He could come on and play a bit of a roamer. You could even potentially see him as a 3-half system like you saw with the Rabbitohs the other year with Reno, Cody Walker, and also Benji Marshall when he was at the Rabbitohs for a little bit. I think it was 2021. They tried that. You could actually see that in Origin. It would actually spruce it up a little bit. Get a little bit of a spruce going. Brenton Eslick says Cole said to be the 5'8" when Luai leaves the Rift at the end of the year. Correct. That's why they were okay with Luai leaving. The reason I'm already happy is because Dez is more loud and he is more open. Also, we have had such an improvement from losing 7 in a row than winning 2 from the past 5 games. Yeah, and 2 from the past 5 games, with 2 of those also being, or 3 of those being extremely controversial. Mainly the Raiders and Knights games, though. But yeah, I would agree in regards to Dez. 30 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Panthers with the ball, 34-0 up there at the 35-second tackle. So Desi Hasler, for me, yeah, we've never had a coach that will come out and actually question the calls and call up Graham Annesley and call him the names that he deserves to be called. Luai, good run at the 43, 3rd tackle. We've never had someone like Dez to come out and be loud in support of our club. And, we've had ex-players coming out in defence of us as well, of other teams and of our team. And, David Mead, it was great to see him come out against the decision a couple of weeks ago. And, it's been... Oh, here we go. Right inside of the Panthers. Dylan Edwards gives it off here to Tungor. Sharks on the back foot. 5th tackle, 15 out. It's just good to see that the culture is very much changing within the Titans. And I can tell you, because obviously I know a lot of these boys, I know a lot of the staff, I know what's going on a lot. Internally, Sharks get this ball at 2, but they're going to take it in goal. Yep. And here we go, I'm back in goal here. This is just not it's just not a good game for the Sharks. It's one of those games. Benson, what is happening right now? Sharks have been good for the last 5 weeks now. This is very unlike Sharks' performance tonight. I've said it a million times. Sharks coming into this game off the back of 2 emotionally, mentally, physically draining games against the Storm and the Roosters. And they've come into a game against the Panthers who lost last week and have a point to prove today. That's why I tipped the Sharks, but I said the Panthers potentially could win this game by a small margin. I never thought this much. I'll be straight up honest here. That's going to be a penalty to the Sharkies. Penalty to the Sharkies. So get that short kick. Isaac Tungol gives away a penalty. The reason... I don't think anybody would have thought this 13 plus would be happening with the Panthers. I don't think anything. So again, challenges to the Panthers. Papa G says, g'day, hello, mate. Sam Jenkins says, what have I joined into? Check Supercoach and the Federal versing Captain Hynes. Yeah, Hynes out for the rest of the game as well, mate. It's calf tightness, so he'll be right to play for Origin. But he also had HIA, and then from that HIA, he just got taken off. It's just a collision there. So that's actually a successful challenge here. And Panthers should get the ball at the 25. Yeah. There you go. Challenge successful. Panthers ball at the 20. Hoping to see Burton versus Gagai 2 at Origin. Gagai would flog him, wouldn't it, Daz? They challenged it. It's the right call, McInnes. It's the right call. Blake Carson, somebody have a dream tonight about owning Edwards and Supercoach. He'd be on big score, wouldn't he? Townsend is New South Wales, Adam Smart. Aussie Frost King says, should stay in the top 100, I hope. Yeah, I'm not that good at fantasy, mate. I'm just a streamer and a vlogger. That's me, I have too much bias in regards to my Titans players, obviously, to do well at Supercoach, really. To be fair, I don't have that many Titans players, but I think Supercoach is a lot of luck that people think is a lot of talent. There is a lot of talent involved in regards to doing a lot of research and buys, and origin period and whatnot, but I do think that you get very lucky with the youngsters coming through as well. You get very lucky with it too. So Panthers here, Zaya Yo after Luai. Like, I don't have time to go and research the buys and the origin period and who the draws are, the easiest draws. 6 again here for the Panthers. Who the easiest draw is for certain teams and all this sort of stuff. I don't have the time to do that because I'm streaming and going to games and vlogging and all that sort of shit. So I don't think that I'd ever be that great at it. But I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. It's just fun for me. Until I've run out of trades, it's just fun for me. Oh, they've thrown the ball over the side. I know who's going to get this ball. He goes backwards to the 25, and now it's Panthers' ball. Oh, 6 again. Oh, Sharks. Dear me, 0 tackle. Now first tackle, 15 out. Sharks were only hoping something a Panthers 4-peat. Daz, it's one game. This is one game. It's just one game. Panthers still lost to the Wires last week. Sharks still beat the Roosters in the Storm. So right inside was Yo. Yo here to Liam Henry, who's 5 minutes out, third tackle. At the back end, it was Yo to Dylan Edwards. Edwards now short ball to Tangor. And Tangor 4 minutes out, 4 tackle. This has been where the Sharks have been primarily conceding tries so far tonight. The 4 tackle. Jerome Luai, 4th, 5th tackle is where the Sharks have been conceding tries. Sorensen gets it out, offload to Luai. Luai, oh no, it's going to be... It's backwards. It's fine. Yeah, Sharks ball at 10. It's controversial, but I'm okay with it. Flurry says, what happened to Hazelton and McInnes to get this game? The tackle machines de-tackled. Again, it's just one of those games for the Sharks, man. It's just one of those games where nothing's going to work right for them all game. As long as they don't concede 50 for this stupid stat that people go about, as long as they don't concede 50, they'll be right. And I don't think they concede 50. I don't. Hynes somehow just lost a point, went from 3 down to 2. Dear me, well, Flurry, aren't you happy that I told you not to captain Hynes this week? Sharks, she hates Luai. Yeah, Negan, yeah. Flurry hates Panthers, let alone Luai. She hates the Panthers. Would love to see what would happen if Luai signed with the Titans, eh, Flurry? You like that? You would have to get past it. You'd have to. You would have to get past it. So the Panthers beat the 42 first tackle. And penalty. Yikes. Blake says Edwards is averaging almost 100 this year. Wow, what's he on points wise? Like, money wise? What's he on money wise? Don't forget, guys, we will have the Squeal staying on the South Sydney Rabbitohs in the game right after this. Yeah, my mum's not happy. So the Panthers now gets ball to the 31st tackle. Tyree says the only team that can stop this Penrith juggernaut is the Titans. Oh my gosh. Oh, dear me. Oh my goodness me, Tyrese. Now that's a sexy comment if I ever did see one. Second tell. We don't get to play them until round 27, which is the last round in Penrith, but dear me, you are spot on, mate. So spot on. You can get the pin comment. 5 minutes out. Drum Luai gets it underneath here too. Jack Cole, 4 tackle, 4 minutes out from the line. 4 tackle. Mitch Kenny, short ball. Henry. And Henry, we're taking down. 5th tackle, 3 minutes out. Mitch Kenny gets it out to Alamotti, Alamotti back to Luai. Luai kicks it through. That's played at. It's still 5th tackle. That was absolutely played at. But okay. Panthers the ball at 10, and it should be... Oh, Lindsay Smith is going to have a great kick when Mortalo's going dead. That was absolutely played. It should have been 6 again for the Panthers, so it's kind of calm that they get the ball back anyway. Flies if at Titans, I would have to sage him. Well, fair enough. Blake Hart says 938,000 and got to go up more this week. Oh. And see, that's what I mean by luck, though. Like, you needed to have that call of getting Edwards, and if you didn't have Edwards at the start of the season, you're probably not going to win the league, you know what I'm saying? So, you have to get super lucky to not have gone like Trell, or they've got a penalty of the Panthers. Oh, no, not penalty. It's a HIA. T. Wilton. So you had to get really lucky, like not to go Trell or Little Mama Little Puppy or Tommy Trebojevic, James Tedesco, Reece Walsh. Even JC, AJ Brimson kind of deal. Jaden Campbell was originally going to be the fullback. So, you had to get super lucky to go to Edwards and then to keep him throughout the entirety of the season, and you'd be loving it right now, but without him, you wouldn't be winning. You wouldn't be first without him. I would assume the person in first place right now would have him and have him probably captained. Isaiah, right-hand side, because when you're in first, things just go right for you. 4 tackle at the 4. 4 metres out. Mitch Kenny across to technically obstruction. He did run by his own player. 5th tackle, 10 metres out. 23 to go here of the game. Out the back to Luai. Luai kicks it through. This is going to be another 6 again. Bingo. Another 6 again coming up. Drop out. Drop out for the Sharks, the Panthers. Luai's a cap, but comes to Titans, will be fine with it. He would never come to the Gold Coast. He'd never be that kind of guy. Agro says, who's your least favourite player in the NRL that's not DCE? And if he joined the Titans, would you like him? Zach Lomax? And no. Brenton Eslick says, not going to lie, keen for the next game as well to see if the Parramatta's wheels fell off. If the Eels fell off, they've been falling off the whole season. What? Penalty Panthers, what? Oh, they're going to say it touches Ronaldo's leg. Well, Panda, do you go for the 2? Do you want to go for it or what? Sharks are going to challenge this. May as well, whatever. But what do you mean the Eels fell off? The Eels fell off before the season started, mate. The Eels fell off before the season started. The Eels fell off 38 years ago. Well, that doesn't even go near Molotalo's leg. Who's saying that touched Molotalo's leg? Like, the challenge is fine. It's just not a penalty. Eels fell off. Parramatta Squid fell off. They fell off before I born, mate. Gee whiz. Also, can you see JD and Brad drink beers together? Yeah, Jason Demetrio and Brad Arthur probably go to a core drink in the one of the bars there, something like that. And they can watch the absolute shitfest unfold. Don't forget, guys, we will be live streaming that Rabbitohs Eels game very, very soon. Non-P Fiction, massive Titans fan, non-P Fiction. Massive Titans fan. Isaiah Yo to James Fisher-Harris and he's 7 metres out from the line. Yeah, they have, but more since Brad's departure. But what is since Brad's departure? They did never on. Sunda Turuva! Oh, that's a great tackle, but they do get the ball back on the inside. Nothing can go wrong for Panthers today. They're 20 metres out even the line, now 15. Third tackle. This is a real masterclass from the Panthers. Like, it really is. This is a massive masterclass from the Panthers in this game. And, but that's a huge hit there by Sonny Katoa, who's had a poor game too with his knock-ons, but at least that was good. Back to Luai here at the 15. He'll give it off here to Moses Leota. I reckon Tigers fans are crimming their pants thinking that Luai's the best 7 in the game, but still have my doubts. Fifth tackle, 3 metres out. At the back here. Off to Luai. Luai across to Brian To'o. To'o kicks it through and Shaggy. Oh no, my gosh, Sharks, they've knocked it on. Sonny Katoa. You know why I say to Tigers fans, I don't know if Luai works here, is that you can see Luai play as he does here with the likes of Liam Martin, James Fisher-Harris, Moses Leota, Isaiah Yo, Scotty Sorensen, all run off the back of him. Then you go to the Tigers and you have not Papali'i anymore, because Papali'i will be in Penrith next year. And you've got a very aging Clemmer. To be fair, I don't know if this is a knock-on. Yeah, I know it is a knock-on there from Ramian. No, it is definitely. And Twell. 12's a try-scoring machine, Reece. We've got to give him that. But besides that, there's a bit of a drop-off from the Panthers to the Tigers. And it's like, okay, well, Luai as a halfback here at the Panthers has guys like Brian To'o, Isaac Tango, Snotrova, Dylan Edwards, run off the back of him. He then moves to Charlie Staines, Naden, Alamalo. Who this? Who this? Who happened there? What happened there? A little bit of a difference from the guys at the Panthers to the Tigers. But At least it might be a step in the right direction. Second tackle here. 4 minutes out of the line. 20 minutes to go here of the game. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Sharks have 19% possession. Are you serious? Hold on. Let me see this here. Jack Cole, 5 minutes after the line, third tackle. That's nearly a record if that's the case. There's no way 19% possession. No way. It's not possible. And it'll be held up there. Team stats, 38%. Are you saying 90% second half? Are you saying 19% second half? Oh, that is insanity. The fact the Sharks haven't conceded 50, let alone 40, is impressive. Like, that's impressive to me with how good the Panthers have played today. And that's a positive for you, Sharkies fans. I'm serious as well. And that's going to be a dropout coming up. This is literally perfection from the Panthers. Perfection. Perfection. David Rucker Davidson says, how Sharks are not scoring a try? Panthers coming back. Lost form. Warriors. All the PNG. All the way from Papua New Guinea. We appreciate you, bro. But it's just one of those games for the Sharks. A lot of mental and emotional and physical energy that went into the Roosters and the Storm games. And the Panthers coming off the back of a loss had a lot to prove. And can the Sharks get the first ball nearly all half? And they will not. When was the last time the Sharks touched this ball? Resetting 7, can the Panthers score? Well, a lot of people who aren't Sharks fans would probably like another 16 points because a lot of people go, they conceded 50 to Sharkies, who in first place cannot win the premiership this year. Second, that's how they sound. If you guys are one of those people who say they've conceded 50, they cannot win the premiership, this is how you sound. Shibidity. Luai, good defense there for the Sharks. Put on a multi, taking down 4 mates out, third tackle. You sound like a Milwaukee Brewers fan. That's how you sound. That is literally how you sound. Oh, that's a good hit. Sharks touch the ball. Sharky comeback, come on. The Sharkies on the comeback now. The Sharkies on the comeback. 0 tackle on their own 10. Here we go. Sharks would be exhausted right now, by the way. Front row of Fainu with his amazing tackles. Are you talking about Sione Fainu or are you talking about Samuelo Fainu? I think Samuelo is back row. Sione is front row. And then Latu is a 5'8". Gross, it's crazy how you have to be about 50 to remember the Eels premiership win. And also, as I say all the time, fun fact, they have never won a national competition, the Eels. They've never won a national competition. It's only the domestic. It's only the state cup. There was no Broncos. There was no Titans. There was no Cowboys. There was no Melbourne. No Warriors. It was only New South Wales-based teams like Newcastle, Manly, Cronulla, the Berry Bulldogs. Can't watch that game. Watch that game. Watch which, that, who, where, why, how, and who, Joshua Price, are we talking about here? Second tackle here for the Panthers at the 40. 18 to go. Newcastle's 88. They haven't even... Oh, wait, did they win 88? Or was it 86 there last year, the Eels? Were the Eels last year... Their last premiership was 86, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was. So they haven't even won the Newcastle in the comp. That's a big thing for you guys. The Parramatta Eels have not won whilst the Newcastle Knights have been in the competition, let alone the Broncos, the Cowboys, the Titans, the Dolphins, the Warriors. I guess the Raiders would have been. Yeah, when did the Raiders come into the comp? Were they 88? When did the Raiders come in? No, they were before 88, weren't they? Because the Broncos came in 88. And apparently the Knights came in 88. 82 the Raiders. So they technically have won. Like, yeah, but it was still the New South Wales Rugby League Cup. So the Sharkies now get sport of the 33rd tackle. Taz, yes, we are the second on the longest premiership drought. Last was 94. We entered the Common 82. There you go. I knew that you have an underrated... Oh, it's a knock-on from the Sharks. I knew that you had an underrated premiership drought streak. You know, people always talk about the Eels 38, but you are 10 years behind them. Or you're 8 years behind them. So you're 30. Because they're 38 years, you'd be 30. Because yours last win was my birth year, 94. Oh, that's actually... Probably should have been play on. Sharks, they lost their challenge. They can't challenge it. All right. Listen loud and clear, Eels fans. If you haven't already jumped off the bandwagon, Desmo says. A lot of really lippy Eels fans online too. 16 minutes to go here of the game. Very easy to insult your club. My team has been shit house, but even in our short history, you've won more wooden spoons than us. So the Panthers at 35, like in our history, since 2007. Eels have still won more wooden spoons than the Titans. So second tackle now, 28 metres out from the line. Hazelton looks broken. Oh, it's just one of those games for the Sharks, bro. Like, the Sharks will come out against the Eels next week and they'll have a point to prove and they'll probably flog the Eels on Thursday or Friday, whenever it is. It's a 5 minutes out, 15 minutes to go here of the game. Now, do the Panthers start to blow it out from here even more so, or do the Sharks keep holding on? Todorova, that's a good hit. That's a good hit. That's a great hit there. And Todorova taking down the 15. Good defense by Montallo. You don't say that much. All right, my number 7 for New South Wales, either Luke Brooks or Aiden Caesar. Bro, love Aiden. No Aiden. Taking Townsend over Aiden Caesar. And it's like Katoa as well. But Luke Brooks actually is not an awful shout. It's not a great... Oh, no, Sharks. That's awful. Like, that's not even deserved. That's not even deserved, Sharks. That's not even deserved. That's not even deserved. Like, that is so... Like, that's effort from the Sharks there. That's lack of effort there. Like, there's no way that the Scotty Sorensen should be running onto that ball to score that try. No way. But 14 and a half minutes to go of this game. Don't forget, Rabbitohs Eels right after this. We go from whatever this is into that. Still a chance of a Fetty by me, the Panthers. Still a chance. Still a chance of people telling us for the next, 4 months. June, July, August, September, October. 5 months. Mainly 4. That the Sharks could not win the premiership because they conceded 50. Serious. You'll hear that for the next 4 months. Sharky's completion rate at the moment, Brenton, would not be high. It is at 66%, which isn't as bad as I thought it would probably be. It's not as bad as you would probably think it was. They've had 100 less runs than the Panthers. No, sorry, 65% completion rate for the Sharks. 19 from 29, the Panthers 39 from 42. I'm telling you right now, if this Panthers team took on any of, with the performance they've played today, if they took on any of the Tigers, the Titans, the Knights, the Rabbitohs, the Eels, who else? The Dragons. I didn't even say the Wires, even though they lost them last week. Cowboys, Bulldogs, Raiders. I didn't even say Bronx. I reckon they're winning by 60. And I didn't even say Dolphs. The only teams that wouldn't be down by this much right now would probably be... Well, the only teams that would be around this vicinity, Sharks, Storm, Roosters. That's it. I think every other team would get whooped today by more than this. And that's how good the Panthers have been in this performance. They've been really good. Jack Cole's been so good tonight. Yeah, he has been good, Toby. Fatima says, Eels might as well quit the competition. It will save their eyes. 2 hours. Mate, the Eels are bottom 4. The Rabbitohs are last. So it's not like the Rabbitohs are doing much better. Joshua Price says, I picked the Panthers tonight. Thanks, mate. Thank you for picking the Panthers while they're up 40-0, mate. They're at 40-0 with 13 minutes to go. Thank you very much, Joshua Price. Can we all give Joshua Price a round of applause for selecting the Panthers tonight when they are leading 40-0 with 13 minutes to go? Well done, Josh. Well, that was a really bold prediction, mate. Really bold. Massively bold prediction. Oh, Josh is going to the game tomorrow. There you go. Fit tackle. God help me. Don't blue ball us back-to-back games. No, Toby, I really want a blue ball here. Please, blue ball. I don't want that for Mum. I wouldn't like to see the Sharks get Fetty done by Sharks done Fetty for my mum. 64 missed tackles on the Sharks. Oof, 18 for Penrith. Yeah, that tells you everything you need to know. They'll have probably nearly as many missed tackles, a missed tackle per minute. No, I will be directing Sam to him. Sam has a really nice aura around my fans, subscribers. I don't like the word fans. Subscribers. Aguero, Titans would be up 100. Titans would be up in this game by about 60 to 100, yes. I would agree. All right, Sharkies now. Hazelton. I don't think the Sharks give up 50. I just don't. I think it probably will be 46-0 final score. Yeah, especially 50-0, that'd be horrible. But then again, you've got to remember, man, the Rabbitohs in 2021 lost 50-0 or 52-0 to the Storm or the Panthers. I think it was... Oh, it's going to be knocked backwards. Oh, Talakai, you muppet. So Luai with the ball now at the 35. People forget, the Rabbitohs lost 50-0 and like 54-6 or some shit to the Panthers and the Storm in consecutive weeks in 2021. Still made the grand final. And only lost because of an intercept. So, like, just throwing that out there. Fry DQ says 46-4. I don't think Sharks score. They haven't had Nicho Hynes all second half. And for 10 minutes of the first half at the end. So, I don't think the Sharks score, bro. They haven't had any possibility, ability, even close to getting within that Panthers attacking 50. This will be a real kind of mental victory here for the Panthers over the Sharks, though. I will say that. Do you remember last week now when I was telling you guys that the Sharks to win this game was an incredible mental victory? Well, the Panthers have got that mental victory as we currently speak by a very large margin. Hazelton gets the ball, and there'll be a penalty to the Panthers. 10 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Everything's going the Panthers' way here. This is a significant mental victory. Couldn't care less about the 2 points. Sharks are still first. But to beat them 40-0 here, this is also Sharky Park. Remember when I also told you guys, Sharky Park's not that dangerous of a place to go and play. Can you tell us why was there no Magic doing victory? What? Magic doing victory? So Pan's going to go for the 2 here. Tino Towers is down, Cronulla. Tino Tower, didn't your team get flogged today as well? Wait a second. Flores the Sharks can come backwards from this. Well, the Sharks can come back from this, not today, but they can still win the comp. They need to change a lot of things about their club. But don't let it impact you too much, but it'll be a scary thing when the Sharkies have to play the Panthers in probably Penrith whenever they play, if they play them there. Friday DQ, I'm a diehard Eels fan, but why didn't they show it on the TV tonight for Indigenous rounds? Because it's never on TV unless it's Origin, Friday night, Thursday night, Sunday afternoon, and finals. That's it. Tina Towers, didn't you mention last year Shark Park has the worst home crowd? Yes. Maybe there's not enough support. I mean, I can't talk. Canberra fans are probably politicians. Canberra crowd's not that better. It's not that much better. It's better than Sharky Park at the moment, but it's not that much better. This crowd that you can hear right now is pretty similar to the atmosphere that you saw at the 36-0 to the Sharks over the Titans last year. Very, very similar. And I've always been a big fan of the Sharkies fans crowd back in the day, but like, look at how many people have left. And it's like, fair enough, they're down 42-0. They're down 42-0. They don't have a very good crowd. No, Sharks don't. Well, a lot of them have left. I've never left a game early. I never will leave a game early for the Titans. But I do understand people who aren't as, full on and passionate leaving early. But there's a reason why I say aren't as full on and passionate. Flo says, they said it was a sellout, but seats were empty from the get-go. No, I thought that was pretty... I didn't see many empty seats at the start. Downfall of Sharks incoming. I significantly and vehemently disagree with you. I couldn't disagree with you any more than I currently disagree with you. I disagree with you so significantly that it is too much to disagree with. I reward you no points. We have all become dumber from that statement. May God bless your soul. Flurry says, I will never leave a game early. I feel like you have, haven't you, this year? I feel like you have, haven't you? No, you haven't. You probably leave like immediately after the siren. But I can't remember. 10,000 says, we all know the Sharks will bounce back next week. They played the Eels. So that's a knock on there for the Panthers. The Panthers have made an error. Wow. Crazy. J.H. says, awesome movie. What movie was that again? Was that, oh, it's not Happy Gilmore. No, it wasn't Happy Gilmore. It's, as a play the ball era. What was the movie? It's Adam Sandler. Oh, I can't think of it. Mitchell says, leaving early is just sad. Their plans have the whole game. If they were winning, they'd say, so why leave early if you're losing? Bingo, mate. Billy Madison. Thank you, Joe. There you go. Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Happy Billy, same thing, you know? Same thing. Yes, TJ Tower, the quote that I made of people losing brain cells is referring to a quote from Forrest Gump, mate. From Forrest Gump. I don't know whether for people to be offended by that or... Billy, yeah, thank you, Antonio. Hey, Chihuahua Boy's here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's all give Chihuahua Boy a clap. Chihuahua Boy, Jenny. Oh no, Sharky slam, full tail. Can they score here? Come on, here we go. Me and Jenny went together like peas and carrots. You know, it's crazy. Jenny is actually awful in that movie. To Forrest, awful in that movie. Fit tackle to 8 mates out. You don't like guys. If don't get a Jenny. don't get a Jenny in your life. That's all I'll say. Oh, I think that's a knock on for the Sharkies. There's actually a thing that I sent to my mum about that movie as a joke the other day. Let me see if I can find the photo. It's about Jenny being a Muppet. Because she is a massive Muppet. Don't know if I can find it. 5 minutes to go here. Jenno. It's ages ago. A dead set can't even see it. Oh, here we go. Bye, Forrest. I'll be back when you're a shrimp billionaire and I'm a single mum with AIDS. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's funny. Because when she's getting on the bus and putting the fingers up like that. AWS has just tuned in, Cronulla WTF. One of those games, bro. One of those games the Panthers had a point to prove. Sharks coming off a couple of big wins and emotionally drained and mentally drained, I reckon, physically drained. The Panthers just had a point to prove. And Nicho Hynes has been out for the entire second half and for 50 minutes, basically, because he had the HIA and then he also had his calf strain. Not strain, calf soreness, basically. I love you, Jenno. You and Tony going like peas and carrots. Mate, don't get him excited like that, Toxic Ant-Man. Don't get him excited. Logan Ballsy says Jetty is a Gumtree one-night stand type of girl. Deary me. Do you know a lot about that? Gumtree one-night stand type of girl. Can you go into Gumtree for that stuff? Jeez, I'm so innocent. So innocent. Very innocent man. Fourth tackle of the Sharks at the 30. So Sharks takes 5. Eels, Broncos, Manly by somebody, Dolphins, I think it was. Position-wise in the ladder, they're going to be first place, mate. First. Chatty from the block is my chicken head. Thank you, mate. Still waiting on my bucket hat. Still waiting on your bucket hat? What bucket hat? Oh, yeah, that's right. Antonio did tell you we'd buy you that bucket hat from Magic Round. So, 4 minutes to go here of the game. It's 42-0 to the Panthers. You can rent humans from Gumtree if you know your way around the app. That's wild that, 1, that's possible, and 2, you know that. Joshua Price says, I pick thee. Mate, I'm so excited to hear what you're about to say. Toxic says, I don't see you buy the outfit. He bought the whole outfit. He wore it the whole day. What you mean? He wore the outfit the entirety of the day, Antonio. I wish NRL had a rivalry round. How would that be? Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. But I think a mental health round is more important than a rivalry round. Sam says, I was wearing the whole Magic. You wore it the whole time, Antonio. I don't see it. You don't see much, you blind mother bitch. 3 minutes to go in the game. Isaac Tungo on report here. Don't forget, guys, 10 minutes time we'll be starting up for that Rabbitohs versus the Parramatta Squealers game. Rabbitohs versus Parramatta, obviously Squeals. Oh, yeah, high tackle from Tungo and Atkinson. Kintellan says rivalry round is cringe. You're cringe. Rivalry round is awesome, but mental health is more important. So mental health round is more important, but rivalry round is awesome. I'll take a Storm versus Manly. Broncos, Cowboys, Titans, Dolphins. Sharks, Dragons. Warriors wouldn't really have one. Raiders wouldn't really have one. Newcastle would probably have to go with like a I don't know who they would go with. Maybe like a Roos. No, Roosters Rabbitohs, obviously. Panthers Eels. I don't know. Taz couldn't agree more about mental health around Blaze. Yeah, it's so important, mate. Why does Brandy commentate in these games? Great question, Fly. Very good question. Sharks here for tackle. Well, they're not going to get fitty bombed. They're not going to get fitty bombed. So we've had 2 fitty bomb blue balls today. A lot of fitty bomb blue balls this season. Oh, they kicked it through for Hazleton. But it will be Panthers. Oh, knock on Edwards. Okay, there's a chance if the Sharks can score some points. My favourite thing about Ant-Man is he made the Para supporters so mad. What did you do, Antonio? Newcastle Raiders. Yeah, I don't think Raiders would give a shit. I don't think either team really gives a shit there, but yeah. Oh, the Panthers are challenging it. Mitchell's rivalry round is cringe. What an egg. I just don't get it, yeah. Oh, yeah, send the mascot race. Yeah, the old bottom up to the squeal, skipping. Yeah, but I got a lot of people get angry at him for being the Storm Man when he wasn't the Storm Man. He was the eel. He was the eel. But I made a lot of people online make people believe that he was the Storm Man. Sorry. So Edward's not on. So it's just an unsuccessful challenge. You don't know, Antonio. You don't know how many messages I got calling you every name under the sun for your Storm for that Storm Man stunt. Even though it wasn't you. It's very funny, and I love it. I love it. I watched your 100-metre run vid the other day. That's what that's all about at Titans game? No. Great video, though. Bet ya. Great video. No, we're talking about... Toxic Ant-Man is in the mascot suit at the Titans games and was in the mascot suit for the Storm Man during the day, but... then ended up being in the Parramatta Eels girl costume for that race last Sunday. But I told everyone he was still Storm Man. Would Titans rivals be Broncos? Yes, but the Broncos have the Cowboys, which takes more preference, so we'd be Titans Dolphins. Third tackle let me out, but I thought it was cringe intelligent, but he's still talking about rivalry round. We already moved past that, but I thought it was cringe, mate. So right hand side, and it's going to be Britt Nakora, 4 tackle of the Sharks, 12 minutes out. Good offload there, Jesse Ramian. Ramian kicks it through here. They're not scoring points today. That's stupid. Penalty, take the 2. Take the 2. Take the 2, please. Take the 2. Take the 2, Sharkies. Take the 2. 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 Come on, be a meme, Sharks. Do it. Come on, you're going to get embarrassed 42-0 anyway. You may as well lose 42-2. Sharks mascot running to the fence and head flying off was an omen for their season. Did his head fly off too? People are chanting 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, they're going to go for 10. He's going on the bend. No attempt to tackle. Goes to the shoulder. Direct contact to the head. Leota's in the bin for 10. Well, he's in the bin for the next 22 seconds. Tunga on report. Leota on report. He's off for 10. Who cares at the sin bin? Maybe Sharks score a try here to make it 42-6. Go for the field goal. Felicity says next try wins. Probably not the best time for you to be tuning into this stream, brother. Probably not the best time for you, my guy. 22 seconds to go here. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Jack Williams, 4 minutes out, 17 seconds to go here. Come on, Sharks. Let's see if he can score. Last try wins. Out the back here. Atkinson with the ball. Over the top here to Molatalo. Molatalo should have kept going. 5 seconds to go. Get up and play it. 3 seconds to go. Play that. Right-hand side, Sharks. Atkinson steps back. Back to... Oh, no. That was awful from the Sharks, bro. That was awful. They should never have gone back to the short side there. But there we go, guys. A final score will be 42-0. No Nicho Hynes for the last 50 minutes of that game. Awful from the... Not awful from the Sharks, but not great at all. Panthers were pretty much perfect for the entirety of the game. Really, really good performance by them. But if you're excited for that game, well, gee whiz, are you excited for the next one that we're starting up in 5 minutes' time, guys? Obviously, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, big win with the Panthers. Sharks still stay 1. Rabbitohs versus Eels in 5 minutes' time. Actually, 10 minutes' time. I think 7:30 is when I start up. So I'll see you guys for there. Like I said, thumbs up, subscribe. Kinjels says, how's that not awful? Because they had Nicho Hynes out for 50 minutes of that game. That obviously has pushed a shuffle into the team mid-game. The Panthers were pretty much perfect. I think that a lot of teams would have lost that game by 70 to 60 to 70 points, rather than the Sharks who lost that game 42-0. So I do think that, yes, it's not great, and I do think that they were not at their best by any means, but I think the Panthers beat every single team in the competition this year in that game, and I think they beat most teams by more than that, and I think the Sharks probably done better than what most teams would have had put past them today. So the Sharks had a few players out, so did the Panthers, but I do think that there is better performances, that the Sharks had a better performance than a lot of other clubs would have had against what this Panthers team was today. But yeah, anyway, you're entitled to your opinion, and there we go. You're entitled to your opinion. Disagree with you. But then again, you've been negative for the last 10 minutes of this stream anyway, so it's not really a surprise that you're criticising. But anyway, there we go, guys. Appreciate you as per usual. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in 10 minutes' time for the Rabbitohs versus the Eels. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Boop. See ya. See ya.